two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium and the opening game of the 2023 season. I'm Todd Robinson, joined tonight by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. And Jeff, we have got the game of the week to kick things off. We do not wait to get it cranked up. Here in the dog days of summer, the Buckeyes are squaring off against probably one of the top 2 to 3 teams in the state. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and number 11, Caden Tennyson at the quarterback position that are all juniors. They've really had to step up the last 2 weeks against outstanding competition, probably as good as they're going to see into December, into the playoffs, and managed to win last week. Now they're getting Eric back.
Handoff to Henderson, left side, got some room in the end zone. 2 plays, and the Buckeyes score.
Well, you got to right now be thinking that the guys in white are rolling their eyes and saying, oh my gosh, same job here we go.
Up the middle, got a gas, touchdown.
Touchdown, Buckeyes. They answer back, Jeff. How about that?
While you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding. And I'm getting out of tune, talking top 2, I'm not a 2. Let the pressure bother you, and I do what I gotta do. Let's go home.
Handoff, right side. Buckeyes doing a great job of blocking downfield. And now we can dropping back inside to number 3 to Eric Tate. Down to the 5, first and goal from the 5.
The coldest of teams, they know we great on tries. They know in between, we go for these magic. We've been shooting in the gym. This is target in practice, yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, up black dress code. Pay me my respect.
That was a keeper, and they just slammed him with the turf. The right side gets a good block. Headed to the end zone, score. Dropping back, launching one. Wide open, touchdown.
That's number 13, Jeremiah Noble.
Perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah. If he throws that pass to Eric,
they're going to dump it to Henderson. Out of the backfield, everybody picks up their blocks.
And over the middle.
And no flags.
Touchdown
Buckeyes. And now it's a tie game again. But here's the situation. We talked about this earlier. You got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. he launches one downfield wide open.
That's Eric Tate.
And to Eric Tate wisely, he cuts upfield and finds his 5 yards plus, battles his way off. That's a great.
This well executed drive. Right. Let's say that.
This is or we go to overtime. Leave a Buckeye game, even if they're down. This was the best comeback game. What a game.
Pause and against first one by 50 at Texas 20 streak in the first round of the playoffs. The last time that they lost, dare we say, was to the state champion Liberty Ilo Leopards in 2006. That was a 39-36 contest. It was maybe one of the most talented Buckeye teams ever. Just don't tell Coach Jeff Traylor that. He will still take a swing at you as the LaMichael James and Will Middlebrooks led Liberty Ilo Leopards beat us in by district. Since then, Gilmer has gone on a 6-game winning streak against Center, and that we hope continues tonight. From a playoff note standpoint, this is Gilmer's 44th appearance in the playoffs. This is Gilmer's 23rd consecutive year in the playoffs. This will be Gilmer's 130th playoff game in school history. The Buckeyes are 95-33-1 in playoff games all time. That is a 74% winning percentage. Gilmer is 67-19 in playoff games since 2001. That is a 78% winning percentage. Gilmer is 36-6-1 in the first round of the playoff games all time. That is an 83% winning percentage in the by-district contest. And Gilmer is 19-3 in the first round playoff games since 2001. That is an 86% winning percentage. And Gilmer's 95 playoff wins are the 12th most in Texas high school history, according to TexasFootballHistory.com. We want to thank the guru in stats, Mr. Joe Dodd, for that. So the Buckeyes come into tonight as the number 2 seed at 7-3, as do the Center Rough Riders, who are the 3rd seed. Now, the Center Rough Riders played in the same district with Van and with Carthage, and both of those teams, folks, will be playing basically until as long as we win, we're going to be seeing those teams. So of the power rankings, that is the basically considering schedule and opponents and scoring, the top 4 teams or 5 teams in the state of Texas in 4A Division II are all in this region, Region 2. 2 of those teams square off tonight as the Buckeyes and the Rough Riders are two of those top 5 teams. Van, Carthage, and then Pleasant Grove would be the other 3. And the Buckeyes will have to go through all of those schools, or at least the winners, in order to reach the state state semifinals. After that, Region 2 will be favored in every single game. So quite honestly, folks, the month of November will likely decide the 4A Division II state champion as Gilmer plays center. The winner of this will face off in 2 weeks against Van. And then the very next week, the winner will play the winner between Pleasant Grove and Carthage. And the Buckeyes look at that lineup and say this very much favors us as the second seed. So the Buckeyes are very well prepared. I had a chance to watch practice this week. Of course, heavy hearts for all the Buckeyes. We've got some shirts that we're going to show you for the tragedy that struck in Gilmer. And we won't get into a lot of it, as a lot of it's unresolved still. We just invite you, please, all the Army of Buckeyes, just in support. Go to the Facebook page of Mr. Denny Pilcher. He has order forms for these shirts. We'll be able to show them to you. There's a number of things that the community is doing to basically help the family raise funds. And we just want to say number 13 is with us tonight on the sideline. And our love and hope and prayers go out to his family at this time. And we are so happy that G-Man is back home with his brothers right where he belongs. And we will show you the shirts in a little while. Until then, we get ready for this, what will be a very, very challenging, probably of all the playoff games happening tonight in 4A Division II, this is the game everybody's watching. These are two incredibly talented teams. Center is a very, very physically gifted team. As I talked to Coach Metzel before this broadcast started, they remind me a lot of the 2003 Gilmer Buckeyes that made it all the way to the area finals before they got beat by the eventual state champion Atlanta Rabbits. And, of course, the next year was the first state championship year under Coach Jeff Traylor and under the leadership of Manuel Johnson and Daniel Dodd, who is now on the coaching staff here for the Buckeyes, handling the linebackers. So the journey kind of began, and, of course, the head coach for the Center Rough Riders is Ricky Joe Meeks. His dad is a living legend. Coach Meeks, his father won a state championship with Henderson and won a second state championship in East Texas. Ricky Joe comes from Alto, where he went 10-0, and he's really got this team turned around. He's got the community behind him, and he spoke very, very highly. And, of course, there's a lot of connections between the coaching staff in Gilmer. I think about half the coaches in Gilmer have coached on previous staffs with Coach Meeks. A lot of mutual respect and a lot of things that we'll see tonight from the Rough Riders look a lot like the Buckeyes. They're big, they're physical. Their quarterback that we'll talk about here in a second is a play extender. He is a gifted runner. Of course, the Buckeyes early on in the season, you'll start to see the method to Coach Metzel's madness in terms of the pre-district schedule. A lot that we saw in terms of Pleasant Grove with the running quarterback, a lot that we saw with playing Chapel Hill with the running quarterback. All that comes home to roost tonight, as the Buckeyes are going to have to tackle the quarterback in order to be successful. The Rough Riders have broken all the school records offensively, both teams averaging over 50 points a game. And we really expect some fireworks here tonight. And make no mistake, folks, this is not a typical first round of the playoffs where you get a number 4 seed. The most talented district in the state is the Center Rough Riders and the Van Vandals and the Carthage Bulldogs. That is the district that they come out of as the 3rd seed. And they are super talented and will give the Buckeyes maybe their toughest challenge until they play in the hopefully regional finals in Region 2. So the next 3-4 weeks, folks, is really going to tell the tale. After that, if the Buckeyes are the last man standing out of Region 2, Katie bar the door, I expect us to be back in Jerry's World in December with a really, really good chance and probably highly favored. The state champion, in my opinion, will come out of Region 2, but the dogfight has just begun tonight in the first round of the playoffs. We're going to recognize a few of our sponsors and come back with the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash, talk about a little bit about our shirts, wrap up the pregame show, and get ready to kick things off at 7 o'clock here tonight. So buckle up, folks. It is going to be a nice, cool fall Friday night under Friday night lights here in Hallsville, Texas, and the Buckeyes are going to have their hands full. It's playoff time. Win or go home. We'll be right back.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank, that's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second-guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer. We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
And we're back, folks, in Hallsville, Texas, as your Gilmer Buckeyes get ready to take on the Center Rough Riders. Jeff and I don't often go on camera because, as you can see, the square on the camera, I think it's just our stunning good looks that just confuse the camera. Tonight it's all about these shirts, folks. This is the big number 13 in support of 13's family. It says Army of Buckeyes across it. On the back, we have scripture from Proverbs here that honors Jeremiah's mom. And this is a nice shirt. This is the coach's shirt version. I guess we know somebody. And
yeah,
somebody.
The only problem with these shirts is they make us look fat, because you and I are only about 140 pounds.
I know. I don't know how.
I know I look 230 in this shirt. So
well, you know what? It's hopefully we'll get some of that size out to the Buckeyes tonight.
I see Eric's got the same problem.
Yeah. Well, this shirt's not slimming. We'll leave it there. But we want to.
But it is a nice shirt.
It is a very nice shirt and warm, and all the coaches are wearing them tonight on the sideline. You'll see that Army of Buckeyes camouflage. We want to send a special shout out to Mr. Denny Pilcher, who arranged this.
Yeah, thank you for that, Denny.
Yeah, as Denny does so much for our kids. He feeds them every week. You just cannot imagine. There's so many people in our community that do so many things, and Denny is right there at the
he's
front
right
of
in
the
the
line.
middle of it. Yeah.
He is a two-star general in the Army of Buckeyes.
He really is. He really is. Thank you, Denny.
Yeah, we appreciate him. Everything is going to the family, folks. So from a pricing standpoint, it is a complete nonprofit effort. Denny came up with that. He was the first one with the good idea. We're going to try to get behind it as a full community. The one thing that we really do, Coach Metzel said it, I think, best today and on the coaches show, our community really is best when we rally around each other. And Jeremiah, he needs it right now.
Yeah, that's right.
And
I'd love to see the entire stadium. You know, if we make it through this game tonight against a very good Rough Rider team. If we make it through this game tonight, I'd love to see next week everybody have this. And just walking around town, being in Walmart or wherever you're at, just if the whole town got one of these shirts supporting the Buckeyes, supporting Jeremiah and his family, I just think that'd be fantastic.
It'd be awesome.
So
I would just.
Where do they get this?
They can go to Facebook. Denny Pilcher on Facebook has a form. There's every way in the world that you can pay for your shirt, folks. There's a T-shirt version.
Yeah.
There's going to be some stickers. There's the coach's shirt versions. I stopped by and paid for mine today with Denny, and once again, we appreciate it. But we'll take our ugly mugs off as the players get ready to enter the field. But we definitely wanted to show that tonight and to say thank you to the community. Thank you to Denny, and let's get out and support Jeremiah. We'll jump to a commercial and come back with our pregame activities right after this.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
To another day. It's gonna be alright.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve, with the strength and services to meet the needs.
And it's just a tribute to our kids walking out arm in arm, carrying the black flag. Jeremiah Noble with his brothers wearing his number 13. He was not at school or practice all week this week, and that's so understandable. Again, we won't go into details, folks. All you got to do is get on Facebook. You can get the whole thing, but it is a wonderful thing. I got to hug Jeremiah's neck before the game tonight started, and just a rock. I mean, just that kid is just unbelievable.
And let me tell you, these guys are. It's one thing about this team that I love. They're one of the sweetest teams we've ever had. I mean, that's honestly, you know, Alan says that's one of the problems that we had early in the season.
Man, y'all no mean kids.
There was like, there's nobody mean. They're like, you know, there's no mean kids, and you know, you need some mean kids, especially on defense. But these guys rally around each other. You watch them in the field house or together. They're just like a band of brothers, the way it should be. They all get along. They all love each other. They support each other. You saw them coming out on the field while they go arm in arm in a show of solidarity and around their teammate and this tragedy, and the whole community has just rallied together. And that's what I love about being from Gilmer, Texas. I make no bones about it. Everywhere I travel, I say I'm from Gilmer, America, and it's the best place in the world, and come and visit any time, and this is one of the reasons why. And so So we're going to stay right here and talk a little bit about the game and what's to come. And Eric, are you telling us you want us to go down to the field or no? What do you want to hear?
Yeah, we can, but I need your mic.
Okay, so we're gonna I'm gonna take my mic. We have a little tiny portal out the window here. We're gonna try to pick up the band playing the national anthem out the portal. So we're gonna stand and hands over hearts and recognize our country. All right, we are extra patriotic tonight.
We got a double-barrel shotgun.
We have two national anthems. The guy in the PA box, we're playing the national anthem over the loudspeaker, and Gilmer Band says we're going to play it too. So
I liked our version better, Jeff.
Our version was our version was way better. But yeah, that was kind of entertaining. But that's what you get in Hallsville, Texas.
So, Jeff, for tonight's game, the Buckeyes in a great look. The black jerseys with the white pants, the white numbers, the black helmets. This is a look that we have not seen, but I like it. I mean, this is the first time.
Oh, this is a good look. They're playing around with fashion this year.
Well, that's our kids.
We've always just had, like, back when we played, it was like you got one jersey. If you were lucky, you better not rip it because, you know,
done.
Unless your mom could sew, you were in a bind. And it was like you had one color pant, and two jerseys, white and black. And this year, you know, with the orange pants and the orange shirts and the black pants and the black jerseys and the white, I mean, these guys have got, you know, they're just spoiled. That's what they are. Just spoiled.
We're going.
But this is sharp. This is a good look right here.
So center elected to receive. They won the toss, and the black flag is going to come out tonight. Obviously, both teams were probably going to get the ball, Jeff, if they won the toss. As both offenses want to get out fast. And for the Buckeyes, they are going to have to simple keys to the game. Don't turn the ball over, execute, and tackle the quarterback. It is that simple. Yeah. They got two studs.
So pretty much football, you're saying.
Pretty much football.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But it's all about the cut the head off the snake for the Buckeyes. I'm anxious to see how Coach Tommy plays. Tommy Edwards, defensive coordinator for the Buckeyes, decides to play this team. I think they're going to come out in basically an 8-man box and play three. I
think they're going to do a lot of stunting tonight. I think you're going to see them going
after
the
quarterback.
You're going to see them going after the quarterback from both ends, from the edges. I think you're going to see probably Caden Tennyson playing on that outside edge, and you're going to see him coming hard. They can't let the quarterback. He likes to scramble. He's very scrappy. He likes to run and throw on the run, and he can do it. And he can. Let me tell you, he can spin it. And the guy is a good football player. And let me tell you what Todd was saying earlier if you didn't join us for pregame. Usually people look at the first round of playoffs and they go, oh, you know, the first round's never hard. They're very, you know, easy games because we got, you know, a great Buckeye football team against the 4th seed and another. That's not the case tonight. No. This is the real deal. This is more like a 3rd round, if not a 4th round type game because these guys are in the same district as Carthage and Van, and they were number 3, but behind Carthage and Van. We were two fantastic teams. Carthage wanting to put up their 10th ring this year, if possible, unless they're foiled by either the Buckeyes or Pleasant Grove, hopefully. So here is the opening kickoff. High pooch kick, fielded on the 33-yard line. And I didn't see them call for a fair catch, but I guess they did.
Yeah, number 6 for the Center Rough Riders, Mr. Edwards there saw big number 0, Aaron Bell, coming at him and said, fair catch, right at the 35-yard line. Again, it's kind of like looking in the mirror, folks, offensively. Number 4, the quarterback, watch him all night long. That is Mr. Edmonte Davis. He is the man. And then the big running back, and they will try to get the ball outside.
Yeah, look at the size of those guys down there in the backfield. You can see why they are favored. Look at this. Right off the bat, dumps it out to the wide out to the left side. Nobody there to pick him up, and that is a big first down right from the first play.
Yeah, with 2 catches, Jeff, he becomes the all-time leading receiver in Center's history. That is the big number 18. He's their favorite wide receiver, and that's what they'll try to do. They play fast and just try to get guys in space.
All right, here's a quarterback draw right up the middle. They will use him a lot that way. He likes to run outside, excuse me, but he will run up the gut as well. So they are just like the Buckeyes. They like to throw and pass. You're going to see equal number of passes and throws tonight. They'll take whatever the defense gives them. Second, got an illegal procedure call, going to go against the offense. That's going to back them up 5 yards. It'll be 2nd and 12. It'll be repeat 2nd down.
Yeah, that's big to get them behind the chains, Jeff, because now if we've got a stunt package in, this is where it comes. You got Aaron Bell, who's basically spying the quarterback. You see him did not get loose that last time, but then they got to cover all those receivers. You see soft man-to-man coverage from the Buckeyes trying to keep it in front of them.
All right, here's the snap. Dumps it downfield, wide open, number 18. And, I mean, I don't know how they didn't connect on that one. 18 coming across the middle, and he had lots of room to run. That was luckily thrown behind him.
Yeah, we're straight man-to-man across the board with some really speedy Buckeyes. Webb, you got Henderson, you got Tarek Tate, and Bird. That is your state championship sprint relay team right there.
Yeah.
For next year and maybe beyond. They're going to try to keep them with the sticks right now.
Yeah, Will Henderson down here and playing the corner position. And that was a quarterback run, good for about 5 or 6 yards. It's going to leave him it's a 7-yard carry, going to leave him 5 yards short, 3rd and 5.
That's 4th down, Jeff. And here comes the punting team, and the Buckeyes do right exactly what they wanted to do, which is get them off the field into 3 and out. And, of course, that illegal procedure penalty absolutely killed them. One thing can happen, and Center here can kind of get off track, but, Jeff, when they get it rolling, they are almost unstoppable.
Yeah, that was a great defensive stop there, assisted by a 5-yard penalty there. And I'm glad to see them get off the field, not get on the board. And we're going to get to return this one. And coming down the right sideline, dodging folks, number 3, Tarek Tate, gets a nice return out to about the 34-yard line. So here comes that Buckeye offense. And we want to get on the board fast. Yeah. And we want to score big. So don't be surprised. Now keep in mind, you saw the athleticism and the height and the speed in their backfield and receiving core. Well, guess what? They also play on defense.
Yeah.
They're doing the same thing we are. It's going to be some both ways tonight. And so getting over the top of these big 6'2", 6'3", secondary guys is going to be a challenge. But look for the Buckeyes. They will go deep. They're going to test them early. We'll see what we do right here. Probably going to be a Henderson run. Handoff, up the middle, lowers his head, bowls his way forward for a good 5-yard gain. And I'll tell you right now, if we can get that all night long, we will win this football game.
Just keep doing it. That is a great first down play to bring up 2nd and 5. And, Jeff, watch this Mal on 2nd and 5 potentially take a shot here, and watch number 3. I can tell you I watched him practice all week, and I'm calling Tarek Tate Sundays from now on because he's got Sundays written all over.
All right, they're going to go to the air. Quick pat, look at that broken up. I mean, instantly. You can tell well coached. They came up instantly, have seen that on film, and they're like, nope, wouldn't do that the rest of the night.
Well, either fake that and go right over the top of them because they gave up 72 points to Carthage, Jeff. And let me tell you something. This Center team, I broke that film down, watched every play of the game 3 times. They absolutely physically outmatched Carthage, absolutely, and they were in the game. But they gave up play after play after play deep and over the top to Carthage. And Surratt is their quarterback. He's got a nice touch. He's not going to run away from you, but he can absolutely spin the football. And in this case, that is where they are most susceptible is on the back end. They have not played well defensively, and that's been the trade-off from scoring points. But right now, the Buckeyes just need to figure out how to move the chains.
All right, looking at 3rd and 5. Fakes the handoff. Got it. Number 7, Webb. On the reception, 12 yards.
No, he's down.
It said we fumbled the ball, but I think they're going to call it down. So that's going to be a big first down play on about a 12-yard gain there for the Buckeyes. So nice job there by Webb.
Now we're in 4-down territory into center territory at the 47. Managed to get the chains moving on the first down. Let's see if we can't get some rhythm on offense here, Jeff.
Trip receivers to the right side. Motion. Bell comes back. Handoff up the middle.
What a play.
What a great play. And look at this. One man to beat to the sideline, and he's going to take it to the house. Buckeyes score. Number 1, Will Henderson. Buckeyes are on the board first. That is a big, big deal tonight in this game, folks.
What a great concept play. We have not seen that all year. You got Aaron Bell in motion. He comes back, and they absolutely ISO that outside linebacker, and suddenly Mr. Number 18, the best athlete on their team, big wide receiver playing safety back there, is looking at Will Henderson. He says, I got him, and then once again, we've seen it a million times, I don't got him.
No, I really thought he had him, though. I mean, on that one, he literally had the angle. He had plenty of opportunity.
Yeah, just until he was tackling a bunch of backdraft from big number 1 there. He is only the fastest 17-year-old in North America for a reason. 6-0 Buckeyes.
Here's the hold by Will Gross, and it is a good kick by Braden Pate, and the Buckeyes are up on the board first. And Todd, let's talk about that. That is a big deal because here's what just happened. They won the toss. Could you hear? They won the toss, and was unable to capitalize on the. They turned the ball over. They had to punt.
3 and out.
Sorry, we got a couple of things going here technically, and they 3 and out, and then after 1 first down. And then the Buckeyes come in and be able to take over. So guess what? We still get the opportunity to get the ball first in the second half.
Yeah, we are now up 1 possession and 1 score.
That's right.
And now they are going to have to try to play catch up. This is something that we've seen all year from center. This is a team that Coach Ricky Joe Meeks comes from that long line of understanding championships from Henderson and his dad, and they play very, very well. But this team doesn't necessarily believe that they can conquer that G on the side of the Buckeyes helmet. And that is a huge doubter to put in their head early. And getting them down, maybe 1 more score here, is a huge advantage mentally for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and here comes the kickoff. Another high pooch kick, same spot. Going to be fielded on the 24-yard line, returned right up the middle. And Buckeyes on top of it early, and that they're going to get out to about the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 35. And honestly, in this game, Todd, the biggest advantage that I believe, and you can tell me if you disagree, the biggest advantage the Buckeyes have in this game is a winning tradition.
That's exactly
the coaches
right.
And the players, they expect to win. They expect to go deep in the playoffs. We've got a coaching staff that is just the expectation. They have that over these guys. Other than that, physically speaking, this is a
very
evenly matched football game.
They don't have Will Henderson in terms of speed, but they've certainly got the size and athletes to be able to compete. Here's big number 32. Watch how hard he runs, Jeff. It takes 6 guys to get him down. That is a big 6-yard gain on first down. And 32 really pops on film. He rushed for almost 100 yards against Carthage in the first half.
Yeah, he is a guy. He came in there a little bit standing up tall that time, but normally he'll lower his head and he doesn't tiptoe through the line normally. He picks up another couple of yards there. He's going to be about a yard short. Nope, are they going to give him that spot?
Yeah, that's
nope. They're going to call it third and half a yard. And so let's see if the Buckeyes can bow their necks here and fill those gaps and stop them. They're good in the red zone. Let's see if they can do it again. Nope, going to get the first down. Driving his legs, gets out into the secondary. Big gain there for the Rough Riders across midfield into Buckeye territory on the 47.
Yeah, you see how fast they play, Jeff.
Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, dumps it to a wide open wide out there, makes a couple of good moves, jukes us out of our shorts and headed for the house. Rough Riders are going to score.
Yeah, that's exactly what you expect to see. Tempo, 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 tempo. They basically just pop one out to the outside. You make one man miss with those athletes, and we're playing man-to-man. So you got no safety help over the top, and that is exactly what you get. It takes center less than a minute to answer the Buckeyes score after the first 3 and out. So that is exactly what Coach Ricky Joe Meeks wants to see from his team is a response. And you see they will go to big number 32 and suck you in, and then pop you with that quick hitter and play quick. So the Buckeyes are going to have to be in condition tonight. Kick is up, and it is good. And we've got a 7-7 tie, and the track meet has begun, Jeff. We may see, as Joe Dodd said, if he was a Vegas betting man, he would say the over-under is probably 125 points tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be probably a lot of scores. We will be right back after these messages.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
All right, we are back to the action here in Hallsville, Texas, where the Rough Riders have just scored. The score is now 7-7 with 8:12 left to play in the first quarter. And you can see how electric they are. This team is as advertised. We are not blowing smoke. This will not be a normal, first playoff game, easy win. This is going to be a hard-fought battle. Squib kick down the middle, number 7, Webb picks it up. All the way across the field's got a wall, getting upfield, and finally knocked out of bounds close to the 40-yard lines. There is a flag on the play.
Yeah, most likely that's going to be against the Buckeyes and probably back us up inside of our own 30, as that was kind of an unnecessary, I think, hold or even a block in the back. Not sure that I caught the number, but I was looking for a flag to be thrown. It looked like Brennan was going to run out of bounds anyway. So that call is coming, and I'm trying to locate the white hat. There he is.
He's in the back,
25. Yeah, that is a hold against the Buckeyes that will back us up probably to about the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff tonight. I mean, in this game, penalty yards are going to matter, turnovers are going to matter. And we just cannot have mental mistakes because it is a game of inches. And tonight, never more so. And so we're going to have to really win in the penalty column tonight. Be disciplined tonight, guys. Dropping back, quick pass. Dodges one would-be tackler and forced out of bounds around the 30. He gets maybe a yard on the carry.
Yeah, that's to Eric Tate. And obviously, center's come a long way because Carthage absolutely gashed the center defense doing exactly that play, outflanking them with one of the best athletes that we have. They did a good job recovering there to come out and get Mr. Sundays to Eric Tate after only a 1-yard gain.
All right, here's the snap. Handoff up the middle. Cuts back to the left side. Will Henderson tripped up a little bit, but look at him refuse to go down as he makes his way out to the 35. That's going to be a gain of about 5 yards, bring up 3rd and 4.
Yeah, Coach Meeks over there on the sideline just literally has to hold his breath every time number 1 touches the ball. He spoke glowingly of the entire Gilmer program, the community, and, of course, number 1, number 3, and all the athletes that we have. But he's got some horses over there too, Jeff, as we've seen already. Empty set now for the Buckeyes.
2 receivers left, 3 to the right. Quarterback alone in the backfield. Drops back. Quick pass to Henderson, and it is instantly sniffed out. And we're just not going to get those shallow passes. They're not going to allow it. And we're going to have to get the ball downfield because these guys are sniffing that out, and they are all over it. We've had very little success with a little short pass. And Buckeyes are going to be forced to punt with 4th and 6.
Now here's the opportunity, Jeff, for the Center Rough Riders to get their service back, so to speak, as they now stop the Buckeyes. So both teams have scored a touchdown. Both teams have gone now 3 and out, and we'll see this third phase of the game, the kicking game, and how important it can be here. Pate in for the punt.
Pate off with a good punt. Hits the turf, and look at this big roll here for the Buckeyes.
That is
massive. All the way down to the 11-yard line, and Pate flips the field. What a great job he's done with his leg all year in extra points, field goals, punting, kicking placement. I mean, this guy's got a foot. He's one of the best kickers we've ever had.
Absolutely. And when you got guys like Luke Turner back there that could boom it in the end zone at any time, let me tell you, that another coach's kid, right?
Yeah.
He has practiced that since he's about 8 years old, and he's gotten good at it. He not only kicks that all the way to the 11, he kicks it away from their returner and gets a 25-yard roll out of it. Buckeyes adjusting defensively now to that quick out game. Let's see what happens here.
All right, handoff up the middle, and look at that. Big, lots of room to run. about a 15-yard carry right up the gut, and we're going to have to get that figured out as well. You know, offensively, we're talking about the short passes earlier. You know, Allen may be setting those guys up so we can burn them on the deep. You know, let's watch what happens there on the next possession. Another handoff up the middle 32, not wrapping up, and they're getting downfield big time. A 9-yard carry that time. Going to be 2nd and 1, and they play so fast.
They play fast. Now watch what they do, because we've now emptied a guy out of the box to play zone coverage outside. That leaves one less linebacker to tackle. They'll go right back to this outside game.
Yeah, they're going to the flat right here, and we are just giving up that everything short right now, and so we're going to have to see if we make some adjustments. Yeah, they've watched a lot of film on this team. They know their tendencies.
Let me tell you, but Coach Meeks has coached with half our coaching staff for 10 years and vice versa. They run the same offense we do. I mean, they know themselves. They know what we're giving them, and they're taking what we're giving them right now.
Handoff up the middle, 32, barreling his way forward, and he is going to be a big factor in this game tonight as he gets down around 8 yards on that carry. You know, his average right now is probably a 6-yard carry, and their line is not big, like they're not tall, but they're wide. They're wide, and they got a low center of gravity. Low center of gravity. They're going to the air, and that is just overthrown there.
Nice coverage there. This is a big 3rd down right here, Jeff. Maybe 4-down territory. But you see, number 4, he can sling the ball, but not real accurate down the field. The Buckeyes not trying to get pressure right now, just trying to balance it out. How do you stop 32 with only 6 guys in the box?
Well, they're fixing to go to 32 right here. Handoff.
Oh, my gracious.
And look at this, up the middle, and finally brought down at the 10-yard line.
The quarterback kept the ball. My gracious, Jeff.
That was a great call.
I thought that was stopped in the backfield.
That was a great call. The quarterback pulls it.
And number 2 for the Gilmer Buckeyes, that is a big linebacker, Mr. Evan, that stops that.
Handoff 32 up the gut down to the 3, and you can see why these guys are as advertised. They are moving the ball down the field
that was a huge play by the quarterback to pull that ball.
Here's the snap. Handoff again to 32. And in the end zone he goes for the touchdown, and now the Rough Riders up on top of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, 13-7, and Jeff, they've scored over 50 points a game. They play fast. This is like looking in a mirror, and it's going to be very simple right now. You got to figure out how to defensively for the Buckeyes. You got to tackle the quarterback and the running back, and you got to tackle those guys outside in space. That is a chore for anybody, even a team as talented as the Buckeyes. They had trouble. Trust me, Carthage had trouble for them for an entire half until the center kind of ran out of gas in the second half. We blocked the field goal.
Blocked the field goal, and they lateraled the ball back. Not going to go anywhere, but they did get a block, and that is a big deal.
Still rolling around in the end zone, and we finally fall on it. But that is going to hold it to 13-7. Hagler blocked that and tried to lateral it. I'm sure that he's going to get an earful from the coaching staff.
Hey, man, I say go for it. You're in the playoffs, man. Go for it.
2 points would matter huge, but we get a point back there. 13-7 as the track meet continues. 4:10 left, folks. It feels like we've already played for 2 hours, and we barely played half a quarter. We will recognize a few of our sponsors and come right back after this message.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
And we're back to the action here in Hallsville, Texas. The Rough Riders just went up on top of the Buckeyes 13-7 after the Buckeyes successfully blocked the extra point attempt. It's 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining in the first quarter. And, folks, we have got our hands full tonight with this Rough Rider offense. They are explosive. They go fast. I mean, they do not give you any time whatsoever to get set on the defensive side of the ball. And they have got athletes all over the field with a quarterback that can sling it across the yard.
Yeah, and Jeff, it is. Oh, they gave him a point?
Okay, so I'm not sure if they fell on it in the end zone. That would have been That would have not been 2?
Oh, we recovered it in the end zone, and it was a safety on the touchback, which gives their team 1 point. That's what it was.
Well, they got their point back then. So that could come back to be a problem later. Fielded on the 31. Look at this, number 3. Tariq down the sideline. He scampers, and great field position for the Buckeyes as he makes it across midfield all the way to the 27-yard line.
Yeah, don't kick it to Eric, and we don't call him Sundays for nothing, folks. He's probably, pound for pound, one of the most talented athletes that we've had in Gilmer in a long time. I mean, we're talking about Curtis Brown and Chris Boyd kind of talented, and he shows he played the up man that time. So it shows that we've been working on the special teams as we kind of disguised it, and Eric sets us up almost in the red zone. 1st and 10 now, Buckeyes, from the 26-yard line of the Rough Riders.
Well, Buckeyes obviously need to capitalize right here after having to punt during the last series and let the Rough Riders come back up on top. All right, big shift. This is something we haven't seen this year. And when that happens, did somebody call a timeout?
Yeah, there is a timeout. Gilmer.
Okay, they were
first timeout.
Yeah, that was a new set they were doing, and so anytime you're doing something new when the playoffs roll around, there's a little confusion.
Number 7, Brendan Webb, got a little bit lost on that, and I think that was going to be the inside pitch play that we've seen. Get everybody flowing one way, and then that inside pitch to number 7 that scored a touchdown just 2 short weeks ago. The Buckeyes are not going to take any chances. It's about execution, and when you are against this center Rough Rider team, Jeff, and you got the ball 1st and 10 at the 26, you got to score. I mean, we've got to put points on the board, at least 7, if not 8.
This is a give me. You cannot not score here.
That is exactly right. You got to take advantage.
These opportunities you don't get them every they don't come along often.
Yeah, you have to take and put the hay in the barn when it's drying on the ground, because if it can't get wet, you can't put it up wet. Right now, we got to figure out a way to put the ball in the end zone. 1st and 10 from the Rough Rider 26.
One back in the backfield, quarterback's in the shotgun. Handoff up the middle. Look at this. Got some room to run. Good run there. Worth about 7, maybe 8 yards. Will Henderson on the carry.
Yeah, inside the red zone for the Buckeyes, and that is the positive yardage that you want to show. Just ram it down their throats and find pay dirt here.
All right, handoff once again to Henderson up the middle. Finds the first down. And this is one of those things, as a captain of this football team, some of these guys are going to have to step up in a big way, because this is not regular season. This is lose and go home.
Jeff, let me tell you something. Whether we play Pleasant Grove or Carthage, the only time that we are not – I'm talking about the rest of the playoffs. This is the most physical, athletic, talented team that we may see, especially if Carthage finds a way to beat Pleasant Grove, because – Van is huge. If we wind up playing Van, you'll see, but they don't have the athletes that you can kind of mirror image each other here.
Well, this is going to be a great test for the Buckeyes for sure.
Huge, and it's a by-district game, but Jeff, I wouldn't be surprised to see this team in the semifinals, which means the winner is heading to state.
All right, fakes the handoff, rolls to the left side, going to tuck it. He's going to run, dodges one tackler, gets down to the 6, maybe 7-yard line. Nice run there by Caden Tennyson. Shy of the first down, but that's going to be 2nd and about 3. Nice decision there to tuck that ball and run.
Yeah, he kind of missed number 3 to Eric Tate, who was open right at the first. He decided not to take the chance and just got the safe 8 yards inside the 10. That's smart play by the quarterback.
All right, here's the handoff. Up the middle. Behind blockers, touchdown Buckeyes.
Will Henderson for his 2nd touchdown of the night. It does not take long.
What a great job the offensive line did there to open a big hole on that left side.
And Jeff,
great job.
Just think, 61 seconds ago, it was 13
then
7,
14.
Then 14, and now we're looking at 14-13, and we are either going to kick the extra point here or go for 2. We're going to go
They're going to go for 2. Get in there. Nope, drug down from behind, and that was Aaron Bell, and they went for 2. That was gutsy. You gotta, had they not given them the point earlier,
it'd be 13 up.
Yeah, I would have been happier with that. But hey, Coach Metzler didn't come to play it safe. I'm going to tell you now.
Yeah, it's going to be blow for blow here, folks. This is exactly how. Center played Carthage in the first half, and they were actually up 7 points at the end of the first quarter. And let me tell you something, the Carthage Bulldogs got hit in the mouth. I mean, they got out-physicaled all night long. In the second half, they made some great adjustments and found some ways to kind of out-finesse them, especially with the deep ball, and wound up hanging 72 points on the center Rough Riders.
Yeah, see, we haven't seen Gilmer throw a deep ball yet. I just can't help but think they're sucking them in. And we also haven't seen Edmonds yet at quarterback.
That's correct.
So it'll be interesting to see when he comes into the game tonight. We anticipate that he certainly will. So that's going to be interesting to see how they use him tonight. He's been very deadly accurate, talking about a guy that can spin the ball down the field.
Hey,
so
against Spring Hill, Jeff, which was a really good defense, 5 consecutive touchdown drives.
Under a minute.
Under a minute.
Most of them under 40 seconds.
Scary.
So he has the ability to do it. So let's see what the coaches have watched a lot of film. They know what they're doing here. Big kick. I mean, he kicks that one. It's fielded on the 4-yard line. Going to be returned up the middle. Buckeyes all over him, and they get him pinned inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Great job there by the kickoff team.
Yeah, and especially by number 33, Jeff, Andrew Davis, in on that tackle and great coverage. Pins them down inside their 20. But, Jeff, you can see how fast they'll move the ball. They're gonna saddle up number 32 and go right back to him and force the Buckeyes. They're going to go back to man-to-man coverage that they started the game with, and put another guy in the box with Aaron Bell back at linebacker. So now we're going to be back to stop number 32. Watch him go.
Well, they're going to have to hit him in the mouth. They're going to have to play extra physical tonight to stop this guy. Take his will take his desire out of playing this game. You hit a guy hard enough in the mouth. You know what is Mike Tyson's famous saying? Everybody has a plan till you get hit in the mouth, and that goes true for football too. You go up there and get cracked a few times, and all of a sudden your motivation to hit that line as hard is gone. So they're going back to the original line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff. Quarterback wants to scramble. He tried to draw there, and it wasn't there. And look at him run across the field, and he just glides across the field.
He just
it looks like
away,
he's not
away,
panicking. He's not panicking. He's just gliding across the field, looking for an opportunity. I mean, this guy looks like an NFL-style quarterback.
Yeah,
it really
it reminds me of Emmanuel Johnson. Is who he reminds me of.
Yeah, he just kind of floats.
And I'll tell you, right now, watch for number 18. It's 3rd down and long. Jamar Bird on man-to-man coverage out here as they're going to play man, and they will not mind taking a deep shot. Number 18 is used to running by people. Probably not going to run by anybody here with an 8-yard cushion, but they will try to go to the air right here and pick up a first down. Huge down for the Buckeyes.
They've been content to throw a short pass, all night. Quarterback scrambling for his life, runs back to the other side. Guess what? Number 22, our best tackler, misses the tackle on him, which is very
picks
unusual.
Up the first down, Jeff.
And he gets the first down. That was Butler, I believe, trying to make the tackle there.
Well, we had him. We had an inside stunt. That is a 3rd down and 10 opportunity the Buckeyes would dearly love to have back. Pinned down deep inside their own 20, but you can see number 4, their quarterback, exactly how talented he is.
Here's the handoff. Handoff to number 32, and they stop him pretty early. Now, that's what you need to do right there. You got to step in the gap, hit him, drive him back, just get him discouraged. He picks up 2 yards on there, but he's been averaging 6 or 7 a carry.
Yeah, they give him 3 on that carry. As Imonte Cross, who's the quarterback, Jeff, you can see that's their heart and soul. It's all about 4 and him handing it to 32, and he's just a runaway freight train. The Buckeyes got to bow their neck here.
Well, he loves to scramble as well. He pulls that football, and Buckeyes hit him right in the mouth, and that is 2 great defensive stops right in a row. Buckeyes have the momentum defensively.
Yeah, we've got to get off the field right here, Jeff. There's no question about it. Great play there by number 0, Aaron Bell. He's seen that before as he was looking for the quarterback to pull it. He pulled it, and he got hit in the mouth there by Aaron Bell. He got no gain. Now it's 3rd down and 7. Once again, you saw what he did in 3rd and 9, just scrambling the last play. You're going to have to tackle the quarterback.
Dropping back, looking to pass. Got number 18 open, and he drops it. Wow, he never drops it.
Yeah.
That, folks, is one of the best receivers on the field down there. One of the best probably in the state. If he's not an all-state receiver,
he will be.
He is a contender.
Yeah,
he does not drop footballs.
Yeah, it's the first week of by-district. He just broke the school record in the first quarter with his 2 receptions. We talked to the broadcast team from Center down there, and they kind of filled us in on some stats. 4th down for the Buckeyes, chance to get off the field. And great field position. Exactly. Jeff,
lucky break for the Buckeyes.
It's the little things.
It is, and that is a lucky break for Buckeyes. Nice punt there by the Rough Riders. It does not take a Rough Rider bounce. It goes laterally out of bounds at the 41-yard line. So Buckeyes are going to have good field position and need to capitalize once again.
And, Jeff, here comes Jaden Edmonds.
Okay, that's what we were talking about.
We knew that we were going to see both quarterbacks. Now you may see number 3 straight up top
This
first
is a post.
play. Yes,
this has got to be a post from the start.
Against the quarterback, number 4. This is athlete, my best versus your athlete, your best. Let's see if the Buckeyes go over the top here first play from scrimmage.
You got number 3 against number 4. You got cross on to Eric Tate, and they were trying to go deep, and he gets drugged down for a big loss of about 10 yards. But that's exactly was the plan. They were fixing to try to hit to Eric, who was being covered there by the quarterback cross. And, if he's going to try to cover them tonight, I think it'd be a good strategy just to wear him out. If they're going to put him over here, just run him all night so he has no legs on offense. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It will wear, as all these guys for center have to play both ways. They're susceptible on defense, but here comes the blitz. Now,
all right, dropping back, looking to pass, dumps the screen to number 1. Look at this. Down the sidelines, going to pick up the first down.
He's gone.
He is gone to the house. He will take this one all the way, Buckeye touchdown. And look at Edmonds celebrating on the field. I love watching this kid. He gets so excited. I mean, look at it, running down the field to his teammate to congratulate him, and what a great job that was by the Buckeyes.
No, that was a great call. Caught him in a blitz, got the screen pass, and all number 1 had to do to catch it and hit the Jets. He had to actually wait at the 50-yard line for a block, had to kind of restart the afterburners, but it does not take much with the speedster, Will Henderson. And that is a 70-yard touchdown scamper by Will Henderson to put the Buckeyes now up 19-14 with the extra point left to come. I think we got to take the extra point this time, Jeff.
Will Gross into hold. Nice hold. Kick is up. And right through the uprights, Buckeyes score. So 32 seconds remain in the first quarter. The score is Gilmer 20 and Rough Riders 14.
Jeff,
We're
not through one quarter yet. We've got a third of 100 points on the board already.
Yeah.
Wow.
We're there. It's going to be one of those nights. We'll be right back.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
All right, we're back in Hallsville, Texas. 32 seconds remaining in the first quarter. It is already 20-14. Gilmer leads the Rough Riders. And folks, if you like football, you better stay close to your radios, your TVs, your computers, your smartphones tonight, because this one is going to be a barn burner. A lot of points scored tonight, guarantee it. And let's see if the Buckeyes can pull out a win here in round 1 of the playoffs. Longer pooch kick, this time fielded on the 20-yard line. And look at this gap he's got. Up the sideline he goes. And finally hit in the mouth there. Looks like number 6, Dodd, on the stop for the Buckeyes. Dodd's been a physical player all year. One of the captains on the defense. Helps call and control the defense. Make sure everybody's in the right spot, doing the right thing. Very intelligent football player. And also a very physical football player.
Absolutely.
He has been a contributor all year long this year. And here comes Cross in the backfield with big number 32. They're going to hand off right up the middle. And Buckeyes, look at this. Hit him in the mouth, but look at him drive forward behind that big offensive line. And what should have been stopped at 3 yards ended up being 8.
Yeah, that is just what he does. He just leans and leans and leans. And what that offensive line does is they just lean on you. That is a 6-yard pickup on first down, exactly where he wants to be, and they're already almost in Buckeye territory. Again, they're going to play fast, but it's going to be the chess match, us playing man-to-man and them just leaning on number 32. We're going to have the end of the first quarter, folks, 34 points. Luckily, the Buckeyes up 20-14. We'll be right back with the second quarter right after this.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
We are back in Hallsville, Texas, starting the second quarter of play. And Todd, it's basically exactly what we expected so far here tonight.
Yeah, lots. No answer from center on Will Henderson's speed. That one was something that we knew. I think everybody in center really thought that they were going to have the athletic advantage, except for Coach Meeks, who was correcting anybody that even mentioned that they were going to have the athletes as they don't have anybody that can run with number one. But everybody else, Jeff, there is advertised. As you say, that quarterback cross is as smooth as silk. 32 is a runaway freight train downhill.
I'll tell you who Cross reminds me of. You remember how we used to talk about how Rolling Fluid was just fluid? Like he
Very much so.
He just had the vision, and he just looked like he wasn't even running hard,
Like
and
water.
he would just like water. He just flowed. That guy's just like that.
He is. Now they're
smooth.
They're going to try to get 18 the ball, Jeff, then in the second quarter. He has been a zero factor in this game. He is the leading receiver on their team. And we've got number 4, Jamar Bird, and number 3, to Eric Tate, out there playing man-to-man coverage with 6 guys and sneaking a 7th into the box. That's the chess match. We got to stop number 32. Here he comes again.
All right, hands off 32, left side, jumps over one would-be tackler, and it looks like he picks up the first down in doing so, and he just shows his athleticism.
Yeah, Jeff,
both these guys are, I think the quarterback Cross is probably, 6'2" at least?
Oh, yeah.
And I think this
Yeah.
guy's maybe 6'1".
Yeah, they're huge.
They're
Yeah,
big. They're big
athletes.
and athletic.
But number 33, Evans, there got held on that play, no flag, as he got the corner, and coaching staff letting the referees know about it, that they got that hold. They also are really good about RPOs getting men downfield, and Coach Metzel probably mentioned that.
Up the middle, number 32 once again, and Buckeyes stop him, but not after a 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Buckeyes really content right now in the first half. Coach Edwards saying, look, we're going to play man-to-man with soft coverage outside. And really, this is a bend but don't break strategy right now for the Buckeyes. Has worked so far, limits them only to 14 points in the first half. But
dropping back, dumps one out of the backfield, drops another pass. And that is another big play there for the Buckeyes. Number 32, the running back, just simply drops the ball.
Yeah, and they had us.
They did. They had us dead to rights. And that is a lucky break there for the Buckeye fans. Number 32, his last name is Dixon. So you got Cross and Dixon in the backfield. They hand off once again to Dixon.
No gain.
Who is just his workhorse. He's just a workhorse. And they've got him stopped for nothing.
No gain.
Stopped him at the line of scrimmage.
And here comes the punt team, and that tells you exactly where Coach Meeks is.
Well, you might watch for a fake here. We saw that.
The quarterback is ticked off right now because he thinks that they should go for it. He's throwing a fit down there at midfield, but Coach is saying, you're within 7 points of the Buckeyes. We're going to get everything that we possibly can.
Yeah, our coaches are losing their mind over here. We got a receiver. They're not covering. Thank goodness. They are running over their Bird. We had a guy standing, hiding behind the referee, basically. They were about to do a fake right there. They had a receiver that was blending in on the sideline with his team. He was about a foot off of the out-of-bounds line. And
that's the old trick play from senior Coach Meeks there.
Yeah, and all of our coaches up here were beating on the glass. They were beating. My son-in-law is 2 feet from me through the glass. He's beating on the glass as though they can hear him down there.
The guy on the corner. Now, don't be surprised, Jeff, if they don't come back on the field with the offense.
They may do it because they were fixing to pull a trick play right there, and we didn't see it. Had they executed the ball fast enough, they had a wide open receiver.
Yeah. Now, Jeff, Coach Meeks was famous for that. We ran that play in the early 2000s with Coach Traylor. A lot of times we had that in a playbook, and Coach Meeks, who's Ricky Joe's dad and legendary coach, won 2 state championships in East Texas and 1 in Henderson. And Jeff, that was the play out of the whole playbook. That was one that they were pulling out the kitchen sink against the Buckeyes, and they had us. Great call by the coaching staff to get to Coach Metzel, who ran as fast as I've seen him run in about 20 years.
They were screaming. They were screaming, "Get over there!" So that kind of blew that. So they are going to come back out with a punt team, but still
watch for the up back.
You just got to watch them right here.
Is the up back right here?
Yeah, they could easily snap it to the up back. So I bet we're not going to rush this one. We're going to All right, they're going to punt it. And they're going to put it downfield. That ball is going to be fielded on the 3-yard line. So that was a good decision and a good punt there. And good job getting down there and stopping on 3. So the Buckeyes pinned, unfortunately, deep in their own territory.
But, Jeff, let me tell you, here is the opportunity right here. We've got up 1 serve, and if we can go score here and make this a 2-score game, the game changes. The game absolutely changes. 10:45 is our situation in the second quarter.
Well, the problem is it's not a full 2-score game.
We'd have to go for 2.
We're going to have to go for 2,
one up somewhere.
Because that 1 point's going to hurt. We're going to need that back tonight. It's going to be important in this football game. That could come back and bite us if we're not careful tonight. All right, standing in the middle of our own end zone, quarterback's in the shotgun, motion. Handoff up the middle. Give us some breathing room. Look at this, breaking up the middle for a big 20-yard run. Will Henderson, and he has been everything tonight for the Buckeyes. All 3 touchdowns on the legs of Will Henderson, and right there taking us out of, being pinned deep in our own territory. That is big. Now they've got some room to operate.
Yeah, Will comes out, gets a nice breather, and we go in with Smith, who is also a very, very talented back. Of course, we have substituted, so they get a chance to substitute as well.
All right, big shift here. And flags on the play.
Flag.
They're going to say that was an illegal shift, more than likely. Yeah, they're saying number 14 moved. DuVray, so that's going to back us up 5 yards. It's going to be repeat first down, but that's going to be 1st and 15.
Yeah, we had them on that play. This was a play that we'd been preparing especially for them.
Yeah, that's twice we've tried to run that unsuccessfully. I can't wait to see it executed.
Yeah, it may be 3 weeks from now at this point, because I think Coach Mix has probably keyed them in. We've just shot ourselves in the foot. After the big first down from Will Henderson, we're 1st and 15. We've got to go to the ground here and make up some positive yards.
1st and 15, handoff up the middle. Smith, big hole. Look at Smith in through the hole. He's taking it to the house. They will not catch Smith. He's going to take it all the way. The 10-5 touchdown to DuVray. Smith for the Buckeyes.
How about that, man? 72 yards.
Look at that boy run.
DuVray just said, "You will not catch me. I will not be denied." He would not go down after contact. Running hard on that play, and the Buckeyes take a commanding lead now. They are up 26-14.
And I'm not even close to comfortable with that. I'm going to tell you now, not even close.
We only need to put about 60 more points on the board.
We could be 5 touchdowns ahead right now, and I promise you I'm still nervous.
I'm telling you, those guys are scary. But that is a huge mental blow, Jeff. Now they've got the capability to make this up on the scoreboard, but right now mentally going up 2 scores is a big deal.
Well, here's a big deal. Every touchdown we've had has been where, Todd? On the ground.
Yep, absolutely.
Here's the kick. It's up and good. Buckeyes back on the board. We have scored on the ground long runs, by the way. They've all been long runs.
4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns on the ground.
Granted, the one Mr. Evans would argue with you, it was a pass.
Yeah, he would say, well, yeah.
It was
a screen pass.
It was a screen pass. I think you and me could have thrown that pass.
I've pitched sweeps that were longer than that.
That's exactly right. But Will Henderson makes the difference. And in that case, you saw the backup DuVray Smith showing how talented a runner he is.
And did you see who was chasing him and couldn't catch him?
Nowhere close.
Cross.
That cross.
And by the way, that was another 100-yard dash. Cross just ran, and it's going to weaken his legs.
That is a
quarterback.
Exactly what I was going to say, Jeff. All of this is exactly how Carthage hung 72 points on them and just wore them down, because they were up for the Super Bowl, the state champions #1 district play, and they had played everybody both ways in the first half. It was basically a dead even game in the first half. In the second half, Carthage received the kick, and they just simply pulled away. Almost like you're seeing now.
Yeah, we've seen that in person.
Yeah, we have on several occasions. So back to kick once again. Mr. Pate is going to have a sore leg in the morning once again as the Buckeyes go up 27-14. And, Jeff, that was a huge score. Remember, we started that drive on the 3-yard line. That was 2 runs, 97 yards. Right. Will Henderson, DuVray Smith, all on the ground to the house.
All right, big kick, going to punt, fair catch.
Nice play.
Back on the 6-yard line. So that's going to come out to the
25-yard
line. And so they didn't want to even try to return that. They said, we'll take the 25, no problem.
Yeah, and then I just
more than likely the coaches have told them to do that.
Yeah,
if they kick it deep back here, you may see them do fair catches anything back there, they may fair catch the rest of the night.
Well, I will say this, Jeff. It's nice to see 27-14, and this is all without one of the key players for the Buckeyes, number 13, Jeremiah, is obviously on the sideline tonight, but we just miss him.
Handoff 32.
Gracious.
Look at this. Smoked him. Number 32,
1 yard
Dixon,
loss.
on
Jeff,
the handoff, and they stuffed him.
That's number 54, Big Hagler. And, Jeff, that might be the first time that he has gone for negative yards since the 6th grade. I mean, that is a huge play. Second and 11 by the Buckeyes.
Yeah, this guy had a full beard in the 6th grade. I mean, he is much man, but he just hit Big Hagler and took a loss. Dropping back, looking to pass, throws a bullet, and it is caught. We undershot it. We went for the ball instead of the tackle, and that turned into a 30-yard gain. On the legs of number 18, that receiver we said that keep your eye on him.
Yeah, he's the leading receiver in school history now, Jeff, and that's Bird that's on him man-to-man. They just throw it out there, and they just threw it in a place where only he could go get it. Bird tried to make a play on the ball. He was there, just went right over his head. 18 went up about 11 and a half feet to pull it down, and we've got now a false start is going to back them up 5 yards.
Yeah, back them up 5 yards.
And, Jeff, I think right now you can kind of see the fatigue setting in a little bit. They play fast in the pace of the game, and that has really kind of been where they've – they're the third-place team in their district for a reason. It's because they got beat by Carthage and Van. And those two teams are probably three of the best teams in the state in 4A Division II. So as talented as they are –
District of Doom.
They're not deep. Right, I mean, center is just it's the 8 athletes.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, he's going to be forced to run. He goes up the middle, and he gets back close to the original line of scrimmage. It's going to be a 5-yard net gain, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Buckeyes will take that play. They're spying the quarterback as they try to run everybody off. And remember, Jeff, it's man-to-man coverage, so there's no help. If the quarterback pulls the ball down and takes off running, we're going to have to catch him from behind.
Here's the snap, drops back, looking to pass, throws a rocket, overthrows the intended receiver. And by the way, had he put that on the money,
touchdown.
That was a touchdown. We were beat on that one. That's that big number 18 matched up with Bird out there.
Yeah,
and he had him beat by a couple of yards.
Yeah, Jeff, let me tell you, for Jamar Bird, who's one of the fastest Buckeyes that are out there, he's given up a foot. He's given up about 3 feet in terms of wingspan space.
Yeah.
And that guy's just as fast as Jamar.
Yeah,
and he's a great route runner.
This guy's a great receiver. He'll be playing on Saturday somewhere.
Oh, absolutely. No question about it.
But did you see the arm, number 4 just demonstrated?
It looked like he didn't even try.
About 50 yards in the air, 55 yards actually. Fakes the handoff, keeps it, and they're going to drag him down after a 3-yard gain. Nice job there. Buckeyes doing a good job swarming to the football right now.
Yeah, and gang tackling, number 7, that's Webb coming up from the safety position. Now, this is huge in the game, Jeff. This is 4th down and 7 inside the Buckeye 45-yard line.
This is about where they were able to go when they had to punt.
When they had to punt, and they had planned the fake punt. This time, Coach Meek says, no, we're going to go for it. If the Buckeyes can get them off the field here and go score, it will change the game. Coach Meek's going to take a timeout and talk about it.
It still won't make me feel any better, I'm going to tell you now. I won't feel a bit better. They're letting the clock run
down. Take a timeout and talk about this.
And then
this is the play of the game so far right here, Jeff. 4th and 7, once again from the Buckeye 44-yard line. They're gonna put this in the hands of number 4. You can just guarantee it. They're gonna take a timeout here. Coach Meek's trying to take all the time off the clock, so he doesn't want to leave the Buckeyes 2 more times to score.
Yeah, but I mean, dude, I don't understand that. You're down 2 scores, and you're 7:25 on the clock. Don't you want to try to get back in this game as quick as you can?
Coach Meeks has seen this movie before, right? He has gotten blown out by the Buckeyes on several occasions. As Joe Dodd comes in to remind us, the Buckeyes played them in 2015, 2016, and 2017, which resulted in a 36-21, 70-21, and 56-17 Buckeye victories. He knows he cannot get down too many scores. Coach Meeks is thinking right now, I have got to go score right now to stay in the game. Otherwise, you just watch the Buckeyes in 2 plays, Jeff, go 97 yards on the ground. You can't kick it any deeper than they did the last time. We got the ball on the 3. 2 plays later, we're up now 19 points. So at the end of the day, Coach Meeks is simply saying, I'm going to take my shot right here. This is the best opportunity I have with 4th and 7 and my athletes on the 44. the Buckeye Black Flag defense is simply going to have to find a way to shut the door right here. That's all there is to it.
Yeah, Rough Riders showing they still have 3 timeouts on the scoreboard down there. I hope somebody's keeping up with
yeah, we've got 1. They've got 2 left. That's where we are.
So 4th and 7. This is big. Dropping back. Wants to pass. Going down the sideline. We're all over it. He catches it, but I think he's out of bounds.
Yes, out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Man, we were right there with him, but what a catch by number 2.
And I tell you what, number 21 right there for the Buckeyes in man-to-man coverage, and that is Mr. Amar Marion, and that doesn't get any bigger.
No, he was all over it.
He was
right there
in his hip pocket, and now the Buckeye offense comes back on the field. Caden Tennyson on the field once more.
Oh, that's
First
a huge
and 10
turnover
Buckeyes.
on downs right there.
That's massive.
That's a big one.
That is a turnover, Jeff.
That's a big one.
That's like a fumble.
That's a big one right there. Because the last time they punted, they pinned us down at the 3. We were lucky to get a score out of it. 97 yards in 2 plays. All right, got some shifting going on down here. Little inside pitch. Look at that wide hole. Number 7, Webb picks up 13 yards and a first down.
There's the play, Jeff. We've tried it 3 times.
We've seen that before. That's not the same play. They have 3 that shift on the other play.
That was 2 shift. Yeah,
that was 2 shift.
That was the same.
We still haven't seen the other. The mystery play is yet to be run.
That play was the touchdown against Spring Hill a couple of weeks ago. You're right.
All right, 2 receivers to the right. Handoff up the middle. Henderson got a hole.
He's gone.
Bounces out to the right side. He's going to score.
No.
Look at this. 4th touchdown for number 1 Henderson tonight.
And literally,
boy, the Lord has blessed his legs tonight.
And number 18, who thought he had an angle, is laying on the ground at the 19-yard line once again, watching number 1 run down the field. You cannot prepare for that speed, folks. There's no way a high school athlete is
whatever angle you think you need, you take 10 more yards. I'm telling you.
If you're lucky, because he is just that fast, and the Buckeyes go up 33-14.
Go for 2 right here. This is where you go for 2. You're up. Now you're up comfortably. You go for 2. I would have gone for 2. They never care what I think. I think I need a red phone straight to Allen because I know he cares what I think. I just feel like that he wants that. He's just too embarrassed to ask. And that is a short extra point, but by golly, it is an extra point.
That was the pitching wedge.
Yeah, that was the pitching wedge. I don't care how far it goes as long as it's through those yellow uprights. 7:03 left to play in the first half. Gilmer, 34, Rough Riders 14. Buckeyes in command, but a long way from over.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
All right, we are back in Hallsville, Texas, where the Gilmer Buckeyes have a commanding lead, 34-14 with 7:03 left to play in the first half. And anybody watching the football game would say, oh, man, Buckeyes in control. I promise you, I am not comfortable.
No.
Until we're 50 points ahead with this team, I'm not comfortable.
Jeff, if this was the score with 7:03 left in the fourth quarter, I wouldn't be comfortable.
Todd Connitz just sent me a message, said, how many yards does Henderson have? I said 1,200. Here, they called for a fair catch again. And number 2 called for it. Number 3 caught it.
And it counts.
Yeah. And so
referees blew it dead.
Well, now number 2 is doing what his coach told him to do. I guarantee it. Number 3 was fixing to go rogue right there. But they want to bring that back out to the 25, so they're telling them if they kick it deep, call a fair catch.
Well, let me put it this way. Coach Tommy Edwards is a guru on the defensive line, and he has figured out this little option game that they got going. Number 32 literally went for -1 yards on the last drive after about an 8-yard average so far through the first half. And if they can figure this out up front and tackle number 32, suddenly you're taking a big page out of their offensive playbook.
Fakes 32, quarterback gets hit in the mouth, and then look at this out here. Number 5, that is Hackett. And he is right there on him as soon as he catches. You remember they were having a lot of luck in the first quarter, the first few minutes of the game. Those little short passes were getting them big yards. And Buckeyes have kind of shut that down right now and made these guys a little more one-dimensional. The problem Cross has is he's pretty good, dropped another one. That's 3 drops, big drops tonight.
Yeah, and
you
this
can't
is
drop
now,
passes in this game.
Yeah, this is now another big 3rd down and long now, deep in their own territory. It is an absolute must right now that center can convert this 1st down, Jeff, because if they can't, they have to punt the football, and if the Buckeyes get back and score, this is the problem when you're playing fast. You can run off the field really fast, too, with you when you're 3 and out.
I can't, with Cross's arm, I can't believe they're not going deep with everything right now. Cross up the middle.
Gets the 1st down with his legs.
They're going to strip that ball if he just keeps standing up like that with the ball. They're going to get a 1st down. Wouldn't you right now, if you got that Cross's arm and you've got number 18 and a couple other good receivers out there, wouldn't you be slinging it down the field right now? I mean, I'd be feeling desperate with 34-14.
In that case, now we didn't get everybody off the field, and they had an incomplete pass.
And flag on the play.
Yeah, that is too many men on the field against us. They're going to get 5 free yards because, again, they play fast and they do not substitute. We try to get a defensive lineman off and get Hagler back in, and that is going to cost us 5 yards. And that's the opposite of what we want to do, is make it 1st and short. Because now, Jeff, now they got the great opportunity to throw the ball down the field. Here's where you got your quick strike. You got it 1st and possibly even 2nd down and 5 yards. That is your home run scenario right there.
All right, here's the snap.
Here
Drops back, going long. Down the sideline he goes, and he's open and falls, no flags.
Great coverage by
They were
Hackett
both
there.
going. Hackett was burned a little bit there. He had a step on him. That's that same number 18 we're talking about, I think, right? That's him walking
and
off.
He actually ran
had
out of
a
bounds
step
as well. And so Hackett now is with the wind sprints. The Buckeyes basically playing the long game here, switching out guys, and they're just playing straight man-to-man, basically saying, hey, you beat me with your arm. That brings up 2nd and 5, and don't doubt that they will throw the ball again deep, Jeff. Again here is they've got 2nd and 5. They've just shown that they can pick up a 1st down with Cross's legs with 9 yards to go.
Cross dropping back, forced to run. Got room left side. Forced out of bounds, gets the 1st down.
There you go. I mean, that when you've got the legs to move the chains whenever you kind of get ready, the Buckeyes.
I tell you what, I would tell him to roll. Every pass would be a rolling pass.
Let him throw or run.
Let him throw on the run because, number 1, he can. Number 2, if he sees open field, he's going for it.
He's going, yeah.
He's good for 10 yards every carry.
Well, remember, the Buckeyes are playing this chess match, playing man-to-man on the outside. That leaves them 1 extra man in the box. And right now, number 0, Aaron Bell, is the guy that is shadowing number 4.
All right, picks it up, dumps it out across the middle. And did we just...
Incomplete pass.
They call that incomplete?
Yeah, what a great
Who was
breakup.
that? 21.
Number
That was
21.
Was that Marion, right?
Yeah, number 21 is Morton.
Morton. Great job, man. He hit him and he dropped it. Good job there, Morton, because I thought that was going to be another 1st down.
Yeah, it is 2nd and 10, and taking some time now. They want to kind of get a breather here because it is imperative for Coach Meeks to stay in this game that they go down and score here. 5:49 left in the 1st half.
Time for a turnover. Handoff up the middle, comes in running hot, gets about 4 yards on the carry.
Huge play right here. A 3rd down and 7, and again, Jeff, crosses legs. This is about... Cross is going to use his 1st option, his 2nd option, and his 3rd option is to go to his legs. And he has managed to move the chains every time he's pulled it down and run it.
I don't know.
For him to do it again here.
I don't know how good a shape this kid is. I would think pretty good. They're all over him. They're going to drive him back. They're going to sack him for a loss. A big loss. Look at this. And he slams the ball down. I'm surprised there's not a penalty flag following that.
They're only going to give him a 5-yard loss, but that was really could be a 10-yard loss. And the punting team comes on once again to punt it to Eric Tate.
Yeah, Cross is frustrated and tired.
Yeah, very. And right back on defense, Jeff, we're fixing to run him some more. I mean, don't think that is not purposeful. Coach Metzel is a really smart dude, and right now his strategy is working to perfection. We're up 20 points with 4:43 left to Eric Tate back. We'll probably
smartest thing Coach Metzel does, not listen to us.
That's exactly right.
High snap, and here's the punt, and it's going to hit the turf and take a pretty good Rough Rider bounce inside the 15 to the 12, 11.
Hey, compared to the last 2 possessions, Jeff, that's called good field position.
Yeah, no kidding.
As the Buckeye offense, white hot, coming onto the field once again. number 11, Caden Tennyson, and both he and Edmonds have done a great job in at quarterback tonight, Coach.
Only one passing touchdown, Todd.
One,
and it was about a 10-yard, toss.
Well, let's just call
screen.
it what it is, Jeff. The center Rough Riders, with all their athletes, have no answer for the speed of number 1. It's not even close. He is literally.
And number 14, Smith, took it, 80 yards to the house.
So basically 89 yards away again, once again.
All right, Edmonds drops back down the sideline. Look at this. Caught it.
That is number 3.
I mean, put it on. No, that's number
Webb.
7. That's Webb.
First down
and
with
he
the
put
big
that
bomb.
one on the money.
And that's Caden Tennyson at quarterback, Jeff.
That's Tennyson
then? Yeah, that's number 11.
Okay, that is Tennyson. Boy, he put it right on the number, too.
Let me tell you something, Jeff.
Sorry, Kate.
He had an incredible week of practice. I watched him work out twice, and he was just balling. Looked like his big brother, who is the quarterback down at UTSA.
Quarterback draw,
Great
up
call.
the middle,
Great
bounces
call.
out to the right side, back to the middle. Look at this guy. Up the middle, getting yards out of the gut, down to the 32-yard line. Great run there by Caden Tennyson.
Now, Jeff, this is the difference. He ran aggressive. He was not running for his life. He was running aggressive and not trying to escape anything. He was trying to get yards, and that is the difference right now between number 11 now and number 11 in the first 2 weeks of the season.
Listen, if you can use your quarterback like that, you're unstoppable. He is a weapon. Handoff up the middle, going to be drugged down from behind as they stunt from the backside.
They brought the farm on that one, and they were still lucky that it only was a 2-yard gain. Because if Caden would have pulled that one and gone on the other side, there was nobody home.
Yeah. All right, let's see what the Buckeyes have in store. 2nd and 8, one back in the backfield. Here's the snap. Drops back, quick pass, number 3 to Eric Tate, and he has to take a stutter step, and that's going to cost him because he had a defender right behind him. He gets down to the 25, 26-yard line, moves the chains, going to be about 3.5 yards short. 3rd, we'll call it a long 3 or short 4.
Yeah, and 4-down territory here, Jeff. No doubt. We're going to try to go for it here. Single coverage out with Tate on the top side.
Yeah, this
is
Henderson. This is Henderson here.
They have brought the house the last 2 downs.
All right, Henderson up the middle, big hole. Henderson cuts back, and boy, I tell you what, I'm glad he's wearing black and white tonight. I mean, I have not seen a more dominant performance, I don't think, on a football field, in a football game, by any one single player, maybe ever.
Yeah.
I mean, right?
We've
been doing this a long time.
You flash back to LaMichael James at Liberty Ilo.
That was a good one.
He didn't do this.
Well, he didn't put up 5 touchdowns in the first half.
And literally just turned it into a personal track meet.
Yeah, he did make our lives miserable, but it wasn't like this. So what a performance so far tonight. I mean, the leadership of these guys, dropping back, and he's just forced to dump that one before he wanted to. They were coming in his face, and he did a good job. He did the right thing, dumping it.
Yeah, we had him again as if Henderson can catch that ball, he is in the end zone. He's got Webb and Eric Tate blocking downfield in man-to-man coverage. You're not going to tackle Will Henderson with literally nobody even assigned to him. But good job there not taking a sack there by Caden.
2:02 left to play in the first half. Dropping back, looking to pass, going for the end zone, and just underthrown. Pass intended down there to Brandon Webb, and he just couldn't make the adjustment. It is 1:58 left to play in the first half. Gilmer leads 34-14, and against a very scary, very talented Rough Rider team here. Don't let the score fool you, folks. This is I'm telling you, you're seeing some athletes on both sides of the ball here.
Yeah, we got to get positive yardage on this one right here, Jeff. We got to get 5 or 6 yards.
All right, here's the snap. Dropping back, in trouble, forced to run. Up the gut he goes. Bounces out to the left side, down to the 13.
Great play there by Tennyson, who takes a 3rd down and 10 and turns it into 4th and manageable. I don't know if we won't kick a field goal right here, Jeff, or either that or we just go with the monster package and bring in the big fullback, number 43.
Yeah, 4th and 4.
Yeah, this is the big man package. 43 there is Mr. Tyler Lee, the young junior who is got his own area code down there between the 4 and the 3. He is a big boy. And if he's blocking ahead of
this may be a Bell.
Of number 0.
They may go to Bell.
You got Aaron Bell, Tyler Lee, and then number 1 back there. And you may see the big boy package here. 4th and 4. absolutely critical here for the Buckeyes to convert. We'll take a timeout.
They took a timeout. We're going to take a timeout, too. Be right back.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, we're back in Hallsville, Texas, and the Buckeyes lead the Rough Riders 34-14 with 1:10 left to play in the first half, and the Buckeyes have just called a timeout as they have a 4th and 4 situation on the 13-yard line. So this is going to be a very interesting call here. Maybe we'll get the mystery play again. You think
Maybe
dare they try it one more time?
I will say this. You got the big boys in there, Tyler Lee, Aaron Bell, and then the speedster number 1, Will Henderson. You got to think that what Will has done so far, when you only need 4 yards, if you can't do that behind Tyler Lee and
Aaron Bell,
then I'm not sure that you haven't just say, hey, we're going to put our best foot forward here. But this is going to be big boy football right here, Jeff.
They got Bill in the backfield. Bill is the running back here.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on number 0. He could also be a distraction, by the way. He could be just a distraction, so maybe a keeper. Bell, handoff, lowers his head, taking it to the house.
Touchdown,
the big
Buckeyes.
man,
How about
Aaron Bell.
He was going downhill until gravity stopped him, Jeff.
That is 250 pounds of humanity.
And then let me tell you, that's athletic humanity. It's not like me and you looking these shirts either.
Yeah,
Let me tell you, when Aaron Bell's down there with no shirt on, you go down there and set some personal goals. that boy is put together now.
He is a big boy, and a very nice young man on top of that. Just a great kid.
I'm glad he's in Gilmer, Texas.
I am too. I am certainly glad he's at Gilmer Buckeye. Really good kid.
And Jeff,
here comes the hold.
But the Buckeyes have put up 40 plus 1, 41 points in the first half against 14. Now, I would have told you this game started, we better put up 41 because I'm not going to be comfortable. And, Jeff, with 1:05 left to play just in the first half, we've got 55 points between both teams scored already. And these Buckeyes are a long, long way from done. But I got to tell you,
I'd come out and kick a onside kick.
Jeff, let me just ask you this question.
That's why I'm not a coach.
Have you seen, besides the Spring Hill first half?
Yeah.
Have you seen an offensive efficiency half like this one?
No.
Against this caliber of team?
Against this caliber team, let me tell you what I wish right now. What I wish is that we were lined up against Carthage Bulldogs tonight.
Well, I think we might have
because they
our
are
chance.
playing like champions down there against a team that I'm telling you, the scoreboard does not tell the story.
Exactly. Now, Jeff, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I've been telling you guys for 10 weeks. I like how we are positioned.
But Todd, you have no credibility. You say it every year. You're just an optimist. You're an optimist. When you say it for 22 years, one year you're going to be right, and you're going to say, see, I'm a prophet. And we're like, well, what about the other 19 years? So you don't get to count that, Todd.
Well, hey, you know what?
You just don't. I'm calling you out on that.
As Mr. Mark Cuban told me one time in all his wisdom.
You've never met Mark Cuban in your life.
Oh, unfortunately I have. And what Mark says is simple. You only got to be right once, brother. You only got to be right once.
All right, they're going to field it on the 20. In the run, finds a nice gap and gets a good return. Look at this guy. Flags on the play, and that could go against any team. And you got DeVay Smith down here with some extracurricular activity going on.
Yeah, that's going to be a tackle. Not a hold, but a tackle. And that is going to take a really good return and back it up inside the 30-yard line. So Coach Meek's not going to be happy about that. Some frustration as these Center Rough Riders have kind of taken it on the chin for their whole lives anyway from the Gilmer Buckeyes. None of them can remember ever being beat or beating the Gilmer Buckeyes.
Ooh, that's a big deal. That's a big penalty right there.
Huge play.
That's
and
big.
A stupid one because they're 10 yards behind the ball.
Yeah, when you're this far behind, you can't. We said this about us. We can't afford to give up 15 yards, and they sure can't afford to give 15 yards right now.
Absolutely not, and they do.
You can tell they're very frustrated. You can tell the momentum, the wind is out of their sails. They don't have the same level of energy that they had a few minutes ago. Handoff 32 Dixon bowls his way forward to the 35. Nice run there by Dixon.
Yeah, and Jeff, right now the clock is the Buckeyes' friend. Coach Meek's not trying to stop it. He'll take a couple of shots down the field, but we're inside 45 seconds now to play in the first half.
All right, handoff once again to Dixon, and he is going to be tackled at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, great
that was
play
number
there.
2 there.
Linebacker number 2. That is Elias Castillo, who is the captain. And now we will have a timeout with 27 seconds left and third down and about 3. And, Jeff, this is right where the Buckeyes just cannot give up a big play at the end of the first half. We got to keep everything in front of us. We got to keep them from basically getting a big, huge chunk play. But, Jeff, if we can take a 41-14 halftime lead into the locker room, man, I will take that all day long.
I will take it. I will take it all day. Look at the linemen walking off on the other side. Yeah. They're tired. I'm gonna tell you now, they are tired.
But Jeff, they're also 4 across, 5 yards wide.
Yeah,
that's 27 feet of humanity across.
That's a bunch.
That's a lot of white material
a bunch of big
on that
guys
uniform.
right there. Hey, let's hand it to the Buckeyes coaching staff.
Wow,
they have really called a good game.
Hey Jeff,
so far
and I'll tell you, these Buckeyes, I have not seen them play this quality of half all season, and it's not even close.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, they're playing against.
And this may be the most athletic team that they've seen all year.
I don't know.
Maybe Chapel Hill. Maybe Chapel Hill. Yeah.
It's similar. They're similar to Chapel Hill.
I wish we would have played this way against Chapel Hill.
Yeah, we'd have beat them by 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But, Buckeyes playing extremely well. I'm so happy with this defense right now. Quick pass, number 18, outside. And Buckeyes, they're going to pick up a big first down. But 23 seconds off the clock. How did they do that in 4 seconds?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, Jeff, they didn't start the clock really on time.
No, there's no way they executed that in 4 seconds. Yeah. Here's the snap. They do it again. They dump it out to number 18. And let's not get lazy at this point, guys. Don't let them get in there.
Yeah, they do now have with 16 seconds, Jeff, and another first down. They've got a chance to throw it in the end zone. And they're going to probably do this one more time, playing fast. They'll spike this here.
Okay, they're going to stop the clock with 12 seconds left on the clock. So, yeah, they're going to come back and
they're in striking distance now to throw it up to number 18 and let him just go get a jump ball. The Buckeyes,
this might be to the back of the end zone right here.
That's exactly right. The Buckeyes have played man-to-man up until this point. They've got a safety over the top now, or 2 actually.
They just brought him inside as a tight end.
Yeah, watch what they do as a throwback
Okay,
here.
They're going outside. And, they were trying to rotate him back outside. I was wondering what they were doing with him.
Yeah, they're going to go backwards 5 yards.
They're going to go back 5 yards, and that does not bode well for them.
Yeah, the lineman jumped when they on the same thing that we did earlier. They moved that motion, and that's going to bring it. Now, I still think Cross has the arm to be able to throw it in the end zone.
Oh, no question.
12 seconds is time for 2
He can
plays.
throw it in the other end zone.
Yeah, he can.
This guy's got an arm. I bet he can throw the ball 65 yards.
Yeah, it's stump Godfrey-esque. It's like GJ, throw it 80 yards into the end zone. He's got that kind of a cannon.
All right, we'll see what they got right here. They're going to run that same play where they send them out wide out. Quarterback rolls to the right side.
Here comes the throwback.
Yeah, he's going to try to go all the way back across. And look at this. Buckeyes knock it down.
Jamar
Look at that. Bird.
Pick six
if he'd have picked that off, he'd have taken that to the house.
Oh, my goodness.
5 seconds left on the clock.
Now you got time for one play, Jeff. Now it's time for one play. All that running around cost you time. That's the problem when you've only got time for 2 plays.
Yeah, they rolled him to the right, but they knew he had the power to throw back across the field.
Yeah.
And they were going to try to do that. And luckily, Buckeyes were smart enough to stay home and had good enough pressure on him that he didn't have an opportunity to do it.
Yeah, now
this Buckeye defense, man, they are peaking.
Yeah, they're going to try to kick a field goal here, Jeff. This is a 50-yard or 49-yard field goal.
They must like their field goal kicker a lot. Because that is a long way. I'm saying no way he gets this.
Yeah, well, if Webb backs up, he may have a chance to return this.
All right, kick is up. Hits the upright. Hits the upright.
Wow.
And that is no good. If he'd have had 1 foot or just a little more height, he'd have got that in there. So they're going to walk away with nothing. 1 second on the clock. They have to kick off to us.
And Jeff, we dodged the bullet. And I'm telling you, that last drive, and remember, we get the ball to start the second half. We got 1 second left. You will see a kneel down here by the quarterback, and we will take a 41-14 lead in at halftime happily, very happily. Trust me, Coach Metzel and these coaches here that are abandoning the coach's booth for the locker room. We couldn't have played a better half of football.
See, the fact that we're not going for the end zone on this play right here, I will write a strongly worded email to Alan Metzel. And he will not even read it. Not even read it. He doesn't care. He doesn't care.
41-14 Buckeyes commanding lead. Great half of football here. And this is an absolutely talented team. The Buckeyes are really trouncing right now. We will pitch this over to commercial break for the Juicy's halftime show and be right back after this.
Aaron Bell, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Will Henderson, senior, running back and quarterback.
Elias Castillo, senior, inside linebacker, fullback.
Jamar Bird, 2024, receiver and corner. Hey, let's get it.
Terry Tate, senior, wide receiver and DB.
Damari Hackett, senior, number 5. Hey, we are here.
Connor Dodd, senior, wide receiver and safety.
Brendan Webb, junior, receiver, DB. Alex Sims, junior, running back, outside linebacker.
Jaden Edmond, senior, quarterback, free safety.
Kaden Tennyson, class of 2025, quarterback. Taj Manson, junior, receiver, DB.
Jeremiah Noble, junior, outside linebacker, receiver.
Dervay Smith, senior, running back and outside linebacker.
Micah Easley, junior, wide receiver, safety. Let's roll it.
Harrison Lofton, senior, outside linebacker, hooker.
Grayson Bates, fullback, inside linebacker.
Jordan Escalante, junior, quarterback, outside backer. Bentley Trainer, receiver in the corner.
Will Gross, senior, inside receiver, cornerback. Go Bucks.
Amari Morton, junior, receiver, DB.
Jason Merrill, junior, running back, outside linebacker. Atavian Prom Hector, sophomore, running back, and safety.
Kobe Webb, senior, receiver, outside backer.
David McDonald, sophomore, middle linebacker, fullback.
Dadrian Jimerson, junior, running back, corner.
Nick Zimmerman, senior, fullback, linebacker.
Luke Hollyfield, senior, fullback, middle linebacker.
Mason Denton, junior, middle linebacker and fullback.
Brady Pate, junior, outside linebacker.
Jerry Dean, junior, middle linebacker.
Nehemiah Henderson, senior, inside linebacker, fullback. Leno Diaz, senior, fullback, inside linebacker.
I'm senior, Duel, junior, running back, corner.
Noah Connets, junior, wide receiver, cornerback.
Max Walker, junior, wide receiver, safety.
Cameron Brown, senior, D-line.
Hudson Wynn, junior, D-line.
Jeff Bates, sophomore, offensive line, defensive line. Justin Jones, senior, inside backer and wide receiver.
Griffin Mill, senior, defensive end and tight end.
Tyler Hagler, sophomore, O-line, D-line.
Ezekiel Aguilar, senior, O-line, D-line.
Justin Anderson, offensive line, defensive line.
Alex again, junior, O-line, D-line.
Ryan Andrews, junior, O-line, D-line.
Senior, Sean Wallace, offensive line, D-line, number 55.
Nathan McVicker, O-line, D-line, sophomore.
Aiden Summers, O-line, D-line, junior, 2025.
Spencer Murphy, senior, O-line, D-line. Chancellor Walker, sophomore, O-line, D-line. My name is Terrence Wahim. I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Felipe Rocha, I'm a junior. I play offensive line and defensive line.
Hunter Burney, O-line, D-line, I'm a junior. Lucas Cano, junior, O-line, D-line.
My name is Fernando Delgado. I'm a junior, and I play D-line.
Jared Pilcher, senior, offensive line.
Logan Thornley, I'm a junior. I play inside receiver and outside linebacker.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzi and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams, lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
There's something special about a local hometown bank. The pace is a little slower, the smile's a little brighter, and the relationship is, well, personal. Visit us in Gilmer or our new bank in Longview on the corner of 1844 and Judson Road. For over 120 years, Gilmer National Bank has been building relationships, one customer at a time. Come see us for all your personal, commercial, and agricultural needs, because we want to hear you say,
Gilmer National Bank. That's my bank.
Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
At Farmers Insurance, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even a rock and wreck. Yeah! He rocked and rolled right into it, but we covered it. At Farmers, we know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Jeff Traylor Stadium and the opening game of the 2023 season. I'm Todd Robinson, joined tonight by the voice of the Buckeyes, Mr. Jeff Rash. And Jeff, we have got the game of the week to kick things off. We do not wait to get it cranked up. Here in the dog days of summer, the Buckeyes are squaring off against probably one of the top two in the state. Number 13, Jeremiah Noble, and number 11, Caden Tennyson at the quarterback position that are all juniors. They've really had to step up the last 2 weeks against outstanding competition, probably as good as they're going to see into December, into the playoffs, and managed to win last week. Now they're getting to Eric back.
Hand off to Henderson, left side, got some room in the end zone. 2 plays, and the Buckeyes score. Well, you got to right now be thinking that the guys in white are rolling their eyes and saying, oh my God, same job here we go. Up the middle, got a gas, touchdown. Touchdown, Buckeyes. They answer back. How about that?
While you still trying, I'm still shining, it's real blinding. And I'm getting out of tune, talking top two, I'm not a two. You let the pressure bother you, and I do what I gotta do. Let's go home.
Hand off, right side. Look at this big gap, and he's going to score. Untouched, Will Henderson. Finding gaps, finding seams. Buckeyes doing a great job of blocking downfield. And now we come dropping back inside to number 3 to Eric Tate. Down to the 5, first and goal from the 5.
They know we bring don't try it. They know in between we go for these dreams in silence. Hard work, don't mistake it for magic. We been shooting in the gym. This is target and practice, yeah. And I'm just getting started, getting feet wet. It's all in repetition, ain't a secret. All facts, all black dress code. Pay me my respect.
Well, that was a keeper, and they just slammed him with the turf.
The right side gets a good block. Headed to the end zone, score. Dropping back, launching one. Wide open, touchdown.
That's number 13, Jeremiah Noble.
Perfectly thrown ball.
Yeah, if he throws that fast to Eric,
they're going to dump it to Henderson. Out of the backfield, everybody picks up their blocks.
And over the middle.
And no flags.
Touchdown
Buckeyes. And now it's a tie game again. But here's the situation. We talked about this earlier. You got 6 minutes and 20 seconds left. And he launches one downfield wide open.
That's to Eric Tate.
And to Eric Tate wisely. Yeah, he cuts upfield and finds his 5 yards plus. Battles his way all the way down to the 1.
He is a stud.
That's a great run right there.
All the Buckeyes can do with that kind of weapons on offense, and it comes down to this: well-executed drive. Let's say that.
This is for the win with 0 seconds left, or we go to overtime. Even closer.
25 yards, not 30. Kick is up. And it's good again. Buckeyes win.
0 seconds on the clock. Buckeyes take the win. And Mom, I'm sorry you weren't here to see it. All of you Buckeye fans that leave, never, ever leave a Buckeye game, even if they're down. This was the best comeback I have seen in years. What a game. What a game.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing the award-winning Gilmer High School Stars Drill Team, directed by Donna Lane and Taylor Rooney. Officers from left to right are Millie Aguilar, Senior, Cynthia Laura, Senior, Emma Cornero, Junior, Chloe Dixon, Senior, and Caroline Jordan, Senior. the Stars perform a streamer routine tune, Love Runs Out. As Americans, so it is critical that we, together, take a time out and celebrate Veterans Day as a nation. Thus, on this occasion, we recognize the contribution and the sacrifice which so many men, women, and their families have made in order to permit this country to now occupy its present position of responsibility and freedom. Veterans don't ask for much. They don't ask to be in a special class of citizens. However, our debt to these heroes can never be repaid. Our gratitude and respect must last forever. As the Buckeye Band plays a musical tribute to the armed forces of the United States of America, if you have served or have a family member who has served in one of these branches of the military, we invite fans from both sides of the stadium to please stand and let us show you our appreciation for your service as your song is performed. The United States Army. The United States Navy. The United States Air Force. The United States Marines. The United States Coast Guard. And now, the Buckeye Band performs the official march of the flag of the United States, the Stars and Stripes Forever. The Buckeye Band.
When tragedy strikes, you don't want to be in a position where you're second guessing your lawyer's ability or the resolve to get you fairly compensated. When you hire Godarzi & Young, you know you're hiring a law firm that has nationally ranked settlements and verdicts. We have over 2 decades of experience holding 18-wheeler companies accountable for their negligent action. Don't make the mistake of hiring anybody else. Hire the best. Hire Godarzi & Young.
Do you enjoy?
Welcome back, folks, to Hallsville, Texas, where your Gilmer Buckeyes have played maybe one of the better halves they've played all year, taking a commanding 41-14 lead over the very talented and dangerous Center Rough Riders. Again, when we look at the Texas high school football power rankings in 4A Division II, this is a clash tonight in by district of two of the top 5 teams in the state. And Center was as advertised. They are scary. Cross is the quarterback. Dixon is the running back. And, of course, their receiving core, who have shown how absolutely athletic and dangerous they can be. And these Buckeyes, especially on the defensive side, have come out and just absolutely put the screws, so to speak, to this transcendent offense there for the Center Rough Riders, breaking all their school records and averaging over 51 points a game. The Buckeyes hold them to 14 in the first half. We got some first half statistics for you. Rushing, the Buckeyes, 18 rushes for 280 yards, 27 rushes for 155 for Center. Nothing to sneeze at, but the Buckeyes literally out-rushing them by 145 yards. Passing, the Buckeyes 5 of 8 for 21 yards. Center 7 of 20 for 144. Total offense, 401 yards for the Buckeyes in a half on 26 plays. 34 plays for 299 for Center, folks. Combined, that's a half a mile's worth of offense in the first half from these two teams. 0 turnovers, but the big 4th down conversion for the Buckeyes. Very clean game. 2 penalties for 15 yards for Gilmer, 5 for 30 yards for Center. Time of possession, 9:17 for Gilmer, 14:43 for the Buckeyes. And the guru, Mr. Joe Dodd, tells us statistically after the last 6 quarters, the Buckeyes have scored 20 times out of 22 possessions. We've hung touchdowns. That is impressive in terms of offensive possession. The big star of the first half is the speedster, Will Henderson. He had 10 carries for 149 yards and 3 big touchdowns in the first half. And to go with that, 2 catches for 69 yards and a touchdown. That gives him 12 touches for 218 yards and 4 touchdowns, all in the first half. And, of course, DeVray Smith with a big breaking 80-yard run and a touchdown to go along with that. Gives the Buckeyes 41 points on the board. They hang literally half of 80 points. And Jeff, I don't know if Coach Metzel is going to be able to let off the gas.
Wait a minute. I gotta break in here. I know this is going to crush Jeff, but I actually made a mistake.
I can never look at you the same.
In Center, actually, I forgot to count their attempts instead of just their completions. So they have 47 offensive snaps for 299 yards, which is still impressive.
Yeah.
But I was wondering, I thought, how do they only have 8 less snaps than they did? That didn't sound right. Our defense would run ragged out there. And I was wrong. So they had 47 snaps.
Well, we're going to forgive you on that one, but I think you miscounted the number of yards that we had Will Henderson. I was keeping a tab.
Yeah,
I was at 1,200.
Yeah, that's close.
But I was, it wasn't exact, but it was.
Well,
it felt like it.
Yeah,
I guarantee you Center thought he had 12.
Yeah, I promise you they did.
Coach Meeks tried to warn these Center Rough Riders, and, of course, he was on a balancing act all week long, trying to prepare his team but keep them optimistic as this is the best team that he's ever had in the Center. And they just ran into almost perfect execution by the Buckeyes on both sides of the ball. And, Jeff, with 1:41 left here in the Juicy's halftime show, I just got to say props out to Coach Tommy Edwards and this Buckeye defense.
I want to second that.
I mean, they've come out and played man-to-man against the most dangerous passing team in terms of the athleticism of the receivers and the quarterback that they've had. That's allowed them to play 7 men in the box. They stuffed the run by number 32, Dixon, which nobody's done all season in the second quarter. I think he had less than 20 yards rushing in the second quarter after he's averaging about 9 yards a carry in the first quarter. And that has been huge. And then incomplete pass, really making them one-dimensional and really bottling up number 18, the leading receiver in the history of their entire school. He's basically got, 3 catches for maybe 40 yards and no touchdowns in the first half.
You're talking about number 18?
Number 18.
Well, no, he had there at the last drive, he had 3 catches, for
the last
50.
drive, the last minute.
They went to him several times. He's had probably 7 receptions. He dropped a big one that they really needed. But he probably, you're right, has maybe 60, 70 yards tops. I mean, not a bad performance on a given night, but given the fact that he is like one of the biggest things on their offense.
Yeah, he's averaging 3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, they have stuffed him. They have held him. And the biggest factor here is Cross, the quarterback. You can see he's frustrated. He slammed the ball down at the last time. He was, kind of upset with their coaches when he thought they were wasn't going to go for it on that 4th down when they were going to punt. He's very frustrated. We've been running him wind sprints because he's playing both ways, and we've been taking him down the field all night. So the guys run probably a mile and a half.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Seriously. So I think that's all strategy on the part of our coaches, and have executed extremely well. But these boys, and especially, you look, the offense. It's clear that's a clinic right there against a good team. But our defense, you talk about peaking at the right moment. These guys look good down there.
We've not played better. We're playing man, and we're playing them soft and keeping everything in front of them, and basically trying to pick our spots and find a 3rd down where we can get off the field. And Jeff, honestly, their 3rd down conversions are probably 50%. And Coach Tommy Edwards is looking for basically saying, look, if I can get them off the field once in the first half and lean on the offense, I'll take it. Let's just keep everything in front of us. And now, Jeff, losing the toss does not look so bad as we get the ball to start the second half. And now is an imperative, even with 41-14, we cannot let the Center Rough Riders back in this game because they can score a bunch of points really fast. We've seen the Buckeye offense come down.
Well, they're lining up for an onside kick right here.
We need to take this drive and go the distance and have pay dirt. That is the challenge.
They psyched us out, put it in the back of the end zone, and that's going to come out to the 25-yard line for the Buckeyes. So let's see what that offense. Let's see if we can keep the momentum going the way it was. I hated to have to take a halftime with the way we were playing.
I know. Well, here's Jaden Edmonds in at quarterback to start the second half. Coach Metzel has not lied. He is going to play both quarterbacks, and that means number 11 is probably going to play a little defense here in the second half.
Which I don't mind at all.
No, and especially with Jeremiah being out as well and such a defensive force here on the outside linebacker. Remember, last year he was the sophomore defensive player of the year in the state of Texas.
Here's the snap, drops back. Edmonds looking to pass, dumps one over the top of number 4 Bird. He just can't get up there and get it. Luckily, that falls to the turf. Incomplete pass, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and right now the Buckeyes just need to move the chains. You got number 1 back there, number 7, number 3 to Eric Tate. You got a team right now that's kind of hanging their head. We do not need to give them a 3-and-out to start the second half.
All right, man in motion. Handoff up the middle. Henderson has the ball, and he gets the first down plus 3.
That's what you want to see there. Big Will, he is such a good running back, folks. I've told every coach in the country that's called me about Will, hey, yes, he's that fast, but he is a football player who runs track, not vice versa. He is an absolute stud at running back. His speed certainly helps, but he get those tough between the tackle yards.
All right, man in motion, it's Webb. Shotgun, it's Edmonds. Handoff once again, and this time not as much there, but we will take 4 yards in a cloud of dust all day long, and that's what he's going to get, 2nd and 6.
Yeah, I'll take it right now. Running the clock, good pace, moving the chains.
It's actually a 5-yard spot.
Yeah, Jaden really executing the offense well after that incomplete pass early on.
Handoff once again, left side, gets around the corner, breaks through tackles. Did he just pull up? What just happened? Did they blow a whistle?
No, he just stepped out of bounds, I think.
I didn't see him step out of bounds. Obviously he did, but
yeah. Oh, he's hobbled it a little bit there. He kind of turned his ankle.
Okay, is that why he pulled up, maybe?
Yeah, and now number 14.
We don't need
DeVray
that.
Smith is going into the backfield.
Yeah, and now walk that off, Henderson.
Yeah. I think he's telling Coach Tate down there, yeah, I just kind of hit the brakes. He tried to make a cut on that outside foot a little bit. I think he rolled that ankle a little bit.
May have. Oh, no, we only have Smith in the game now.
Thank you, depth.
Dropping back. Edmonds under pressure, rolling to his right side. Gonna tuck it.
Nice play.
Gonna run. Look at here. 8 yards. We'll take it.
That is a nice read there by Jaden Edmonds. Gets outside the tackle box. Nice block from number 14, DeVray Smith. Out in front of him, trusts his eyes and then trusts his feet. Of course, Jaden also, just like Caden, very, very athletic. and he picks up a big 8-yard gain there down to the 35-yard line of the center Rough Riders. This is exactly where we want to put the Rough Riders, Jeff.
When have you ever seen depth like this where you had – I mean, last year we had it in the backs, pretty well, but two quarterbacks that can do what these guys are doing. Oh, good defensive play there by the Rough Riders. Coming around the backside, getting a hold of DeVray the minute he got the ball.
Yeah, that's number 32, Dixon, and playing defensive end. And he's just basically crashing down and trying to key off that running back. And the answer for the Buckeyes, try doing that to number 0. Here comes Aaron Bell, who's got a touchdown tonight rushing already, trying to pick up big 4-yard gain. And, folks, this is 4-down territory. So I think the Buckeyes will have 2 downs with the big running back to try to pick this up.
3rd and 4. Let's see if these guys can stop the train. Handoff up the middle. And he's going to be right at it.
It's a first down.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains. I don't know. He's waving like he wants. Yep, they're going to move it.
First down, Aaron Bell. And that is guys, we have not seen Aaron Bell in the backfield except for the last 2 weeks all year long. We know he's a linebacker, defensive end.
And last week was just for fun.
Yeah, just to try to give him a touchdown on senior night.
Yeah.
This week is we need to move the chains. 0, you go in the game. You remember 4th down is when he scored his touchdown.
He's capable. He is very capable. Empty backfield.
Will back in the game now. It's a good thing to see.
Will comes into his back position. Here comes the snap. Dropping back, got plenty of time, fires a rocket to number 7 for a 13-yard gain. That's Webb on the reception.
Max protect. Will comes in from motion to protect him. He's got a nice pocket, just steps back, hits his back foot right as Webb's coming out of his break. That's the old-fashioned 13-yard out route that's really indefensible. Jaden puts it where only Webb can catch it, and he does. First down and 10, knocking on the door of the red zone.
I prefer the old 14 and out, but I'll take that one as well.
Absolutely. Moves the chains for sure.
2 receivers to the left side, none to the right, 1 back in the backfield. Bell's in the slot. Edmonds. Here's the snap. Heavy pressure. Spins out of it and going to get back maybe a yard on the carry. Great job there crashing by the defense.
Yeah, well, Coach Meeks is now pulling out all the stops and saying we got to find a way to stop him. He brought everybody on that play, and we called the play right into the teeth of that defense. But, boy, if they're going to do that again, we can sure burn them down the field.
All right, here's the snap. They're coming again. Henderson, they're on him, got him down at the line of scrimmage. They're coming hard right now.
Yeah, they're slanting and crashing the linebackers on every single play. And again, they're selling out, but it's 4-down territory. The Buckeyes got it 3rd and 9 now.
Yeah, watch them dump it right over their head.
Yeah, screen pass.
Fake that handoff and dump it right over the top.
And number 3 to Eric Tate is just the man for the job here. As he's out to the wide side of the field with Bird on the far side of the field in man-to-man coverage.
Yeah, watch Webb, number 7, bottom of your screen down here.
Here they come. And
yeah, offsides. Offsides. Where's the flags?
Oh, yeah.
They got flags. Flag. Yeah. Offside's going to move the chains up. That's awesome. 3rd, and now it will be 3rd and 4.
Yeah, and in 4-down territory, now you bring in Aaron Bell, and now you can say, okay, big boy, go get the first down. I think in this case, Coach Metzel will say, look, we'll do that on 4th down if we need to. But knowing that they're coming on every play now, they've kind of shown their hand. And they've left themselves very, very vulnerable.
You're leaving yourself open. Yeah. I mean, I think they're just hoping that, with this quarterback, they don't –
maybe get him turned over.
They say, they don't realize that he'll strike them right over the middle of the field.
And they're coming again.
They're coming from the outside. Look at this, to the end zone.
Oh.
Just outside.
Just a little bit overthrown as that is targeted, I think, to number 7. That is Webb, who laid out to get that one. Now it's 4th down and 4. Let's see if Coach Metzel sends in the field goal unit here. That will be about a 36, 37-yard field goal. Pate's got the leg, but now we're going to send in number 0.
Send in Bill.
Let's send in
Can
number
he
0.
do it 3 times in a row?
And I think we've got a stoppage in play here. Let's see what the referee is having a conversation with Coach Metzel. As we've got stoppage in play and a very slow walk across the field for the white hat, as I think he is walking over to talk to Coach Meeks now. I'm not sure what about.
No, I don't think he is. He's just getting to the field.
Okay, well, we're
He's just tired. There's been a lot of running in this game.
Yeah, we're
Those guys have to
play.
run too, you know. All right, let's see what they're going to do. Tight set by the Buckeyes. One receiver left and right. Handoff up the middle.
Oh,
Henderson's got room.
They're gashed.
And he has got the first down.
Yeah, that is just Bell sealing all that outside in that was crashing in every single time and getting the runner before he started. And he just got stonewalled there. And that is big number 6 coming from his outside linebacker. We got first and goal now, Jeff, with 8:02, and don't look now, but we've taken 4 minutes off the clock with this opening drive inside the 10-yard line now. We may eat half a quarter on a scoring drive. You cannot think of a better way to start the third quarter for the Buckeyes.
I was thinking that earlier when they were running out of bounds. I'm like, let's stay in bounds and get that clock, get out of here without injury. Here's the snap. Looking to pass. Heavy pressure. He's going to be forced down. That's going to be a sack. And it'll bring up second and goal.
Yeah, and the good news there, to your point, is that the clock runs. But they're coming on every play now. It's just total sellout, and the Buckeyes and offensive staff are going to have to just make that realization that, look, we're going to be looking at gap coverage, 8 guys across the box with 5 men down, and the linebackers coming on every single play. Unless we catch them in a screen or a quick slant route out to number 4, and number 10 is more of a passing quarterback.
Handoff up the middle. Driving his legs down to the 5. Will Henderson on the carry.
That's going to bring up third down. And now, Jeff, we are absolutely in field goal territory. Under 7 minutes to play in the third quarter. And in comes big Mr. Lee. Let's see where number 0 is. He's in the backfield as well. And get ready, folks, because here comes the thunder. Big Aaron Bell and big Mr. Lee, 43, comes in at fullback. And that is about 400 pounds of mass.
We should just call this the Liberty Hill.
Yeah, this is just coming straight down it. Well, Will may
they're
run
leaving,
behind him.
they're leaving Will in there, but you can tell where the ball's going. He's driving his legs. That's going to be a Buckeye touchdown.
Will Henderson for the 5th time tonight behind that big wall of black jerseys. 4-2-0 or 4-3-0. 43 being Lee. And O being Mr. Aaron Bell, and the Buckeyes take a half a quarter off the clock and march 75 yards for a score. It's 47-14, Jeff. Extra point left to come, and that is a huge nail in the coffin for center.
Well, the way this game started,
a lot different now, isn't it?
It is a lot different now. I think the wind is out of their sails. They've basically just kind of
they're ready for basketball season now.
They're ready to play some hoops, I think. But I won't feel comfortable until we get a couple of more on the board, I'll tell you. Kick is up and good, and we will be right back after these messages.
Watching your favorite TV programs on your smartphone or tablet? Or maybe you'd rather watch them on your Roku or Amazon Fire TV. Tired of having to change your TV input from your old traditional cable to watch your favorite streaming apps? If so, we have great news for you. eTex is making the move to streaming and has launched a new app. eTex TV allows you to watch over 130 channels in full HD on your streaming or mobile devices. This means you can simply download the eTex TV app, subscribe, and start watching. With all your favorite functions like DVR and Pause Live TV, and new features like Restart TV. To learn more, visit www.etex.net or contact a customer service rep at 903-797-HELP. That's 903-797-4357.
All right, we're back. Hallsville, Texas. The Buckeyes set to kick off, and it is a high, long pooch kick fielded on the 25-yard line. Looking for a gap up the middle, bounces out to the left side. Nice return there, almost to midfield, out to the 48-yard line. Buckeyes lead 48-14 with 6:07 left to play in the third quarter. Rough Riders going to try to battle their way back into this game somehow as Cross and Dixon lead that offensive unit back on the field and want to try to get something going as the Buckeyes ate up, like you say.
Half a quarter.
This is the first time their offense has been on the field, and they just lost 25% of the second half.
Yeah, and not only that, but they just went down another touchdown.
All right, 1st and 10, good field position. Here's the snap. Quarterback's going to run it. He goes up the middle, a lot of traffic up there. Big boys from Gilmer standing there. He's going to get 3 yards on the carry.
Yeah, that's a victory for the Buckeye defense. He gets into Buckeye territory, but as dangerous as Cross is with his legs, he cannot find a zone after he steps up in the pocket. That'll bring up 2nd and 7, and again, that run keeps the clock running.
Have you seen number 54 for Gilmer? He's hard to get around. All right, that's been open a lot tonight. Uh-oh. He steps out of bounds. That's a lucky break there for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, as Bird literally comes up to make the tackle one-on-one, and 18 runs right over him, but fortunately steps out of bounds in the process at the 37-yard line. And the Buckeyes are going to have a live to fight another day with 5:35 left in this third quarter. Center playing fast.
Fakes the handoff, pulls up, is going to be forced to run, and gets drugged down for a loss.
Sacked and
ball is on the ground. They're going to say he was down.
Yeah, he's gotten every break. He got sacked for about a 14-yard loss that they called for 5 yards. Maybe these referees just aren't as accustomed to seeing.
Now, why are they putting the ball back at the original line of scrimmage?
What? Jeff, there's no way that's at the original line of scrimmage.
Forward progress was nowhere close to
Are they saying that he passed the ball?
I have no idea. That's interesting. Handoff up the middle. Running hard. Number 32, Dixon, gets 9 yards on the carry.
Yeah, Aaron Bell saved a touchdown on that play as Dixon gets 10 yards and close to moving the chains. Playing way, way, way fast right now.
I'm still confused as to why they went back to the original line of scrimmage. Here's the snap. 32 around the left side, picks up a big first down. And Bell pops him, knocks him out of bounds.
Now, Jeff, at this point, the Buckeyes are willing to trade a full quarter for a touchdown exchange. At this point, the clock is the Buckeyes' friend, and right now, keeping it on the ground means keeping the clock running, and that is good news for Buckeye fans.
All right, here's the snap. Cross, quick pass, and looks like it's caught for about a 7-yard gain.
Yeah,
9-yard gain.
That was a very, very low throw by Cross to bring it down into the red zone. This is going to be 2nd and 1 from the Buckeye 12-yard line. Look for number 18 right here.
Handoff 32, heavy pursuit around the left side. He gets maybe a couple of yards before forced out of bounds by Dodd.
And as fast as they have gone down the field and as fast as they are playing, Jeff, we've still now got only 4 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Once again, 48-14 Buckeyes lead.
Quarterback keeper left side, cuts back to the middle, reaching out there for the end zone. And he's going to be on the 1-foot line.
Yeah, they're spotting him at the 3-yard line, Jeff.
Are they really?
Went down.
That's where his knees must have hit.
Slow to get up,
Yeah,
but
he's
there's
a
no
little
way
slow
that
to
he's
get
at the
up.
half-yard line. They're going to back that up to the 3, I think.
Well, they've got it laying on the 1-inch line. It's literally on the goal line.
Yeah, the side judge over on the other side literally spotted that at the 3, and the white hat now is talking to Coach Meeks and explaining something to him, but no, they're going to give him progress all the way down to the goal line.
Yeah.
Tell you what, he's gotten every break. I mean, I don't know how we didn't sack him before and they called that an incomplete pass.
Yeah,
but
1-foot line there. So knocking on the door.
Yeah, here comes 32.
2nd and
right
goal,
down your
ball
throat.
on the 1-foot line.
Yeah, this is 32 right down your throat.
Handoff up the middle. Got a big scrum up there, and they stopped him.
Oh, they're giving him a touchdown, Jeff. So,
all right, that's a touchdown, Rough Riders.
Well, the good news is that took 3 minutes on that drive and gets the score to 48-21. Touchdown for number 32 Dixon, just the third of the night for the Rough Riders, who literally are almost out of the 3 quarters, and they average 51 points a game. And right now, through almost 3 quarters, all they've managed is 3 touchdowns. So that is a victory for the Buckeyes, who are just trying to say, if you're going to score, take as much time as possible, and they forced the Rough Riders to do exactly that with the extra point left to come.
All right, here's the snap. Kick is blocked again, and watch this. Watch this. Number 4, Bird. It's a foot race, and look what's coming up. Will Bird beat him? No! He's drugged down on the 3-yard line after a 100-yard race.
Yeah,
I thought Will was going to get it in front of the defender.
Yeah, so you got two guys, Bird and Cross, sprinting as fast as they can, and here comes number one just cruising up along beside him saying, how can I get a block in here for Bird?
There wasn't enough room to get in between them.
Bird cut the wrong way. He cut back to the outside, but he almost returned that for a 2-point conversion. And it is going to be a long sprint, but gratefully we made number 4 run 100 yards on that sprint to chase down Bird.
Was that Cross chasing him?
That was Cross chasing him. Yeah, that crossed him. He was the holder on that kick. And an athletic play and good effort by him, but I will take the wind sprint in exchange for the points there, as the kick is no good. Buckeyes lead 48-20. So we are 4 touchdowns up on the Center Rough Riders with 3:50 left in the third quarter. And Jeff, that's not enough. We're just still not enough. Even up 4 touchdowns, that is not enough of a cushion against these Center Rough Riders. The Buckeyes would like nothing more than to do exactly what they did on the last drive and take half a quarter and get this down to about 8 or 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter and drive the length of the field and score, and just really kind of try to put the final nails in the coffin. Up 4 scores now, 4 touchdowns, but these Buckeyes against the Center Rough Riders still not quite put this one to bed. As we will go and after this kickoff, Jeff, I'm going to check some scores from around East Texas and give us some updates on some other playoff pictures. This was obviously the game of the week in East Texas from a playoff standpoint.
All right, here comes the kickoff. And it is once again going to be kicked through the end zone and come back out to the 25-yard line. So Buckeyes 1st and 10 from the 25 with 3:50 left to play in the third quarter. It is again 48-20, Gilmer over Center.
So we'll look at some scores during this little break. Wiley East leads Tyler Legacy 21-7 in their by-district contest. Longview easily advancing in the third quarter 49-7 over Caney Porter. And Marshall up by 1 point over Denison 14-13 in the third quarter. We'll recognize some more scores after these Buckeyes snap the next ball and hopefully start a long drive here to eat some clock. 1st and 10 from their own 25.
All right, Edmonds in the quarterback. Drops back, flag on the play, probably going to be 5 yards against the Buckeyes.
And illegal motion will say 1st and 15 from the Buckeyes from the 20. Melissa leading White House 21-7. Lucas Lovejoy leading Pine Tree 14-6. Lindale up huge over Vider 49-28. And Carthage up huge over Liberty Islo 42-0.
42-0.
Pleasant Grove also winning over Russ 61-7.
All right, from the shotgun, here's Edmonds. They're coming hard. Up the middle. Handoff to 14, Smith. He gets about 6 yards on the carry.
And I can't tell you, Jeff, what a luxury it is to bring in number 14 with those fresh legs here to this fourth quarter. As hard as he runs, we've already seen a long touchdown scamper, 71 yards from Smith. And just coming in with those fresh legs, letting number 1 rest a little while. And that is just as talented a running back in Smith as DeVray is more than a backup.
All right. Checking off. They're calling an audible there at the line of scrimmage. Edmonds, very smart quarterback, very sharp young man. Handoff, Will Henderson around the left, Smith makes one miss down the sideline. Look at this guy. He's going to take another one to the house. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown.
DeVray. How about that? My gracious.
Wow.
That just tickles me to death, folks. That is another 70-yard touchdown for DeVray.
I didn't think he was going to get 5 yards out of that
I
one.
tell you what, chasing him down is number 9, and you got to think all that effort that we just forced him to do, and here's the coolest part. Who's the first guy giving him a chest bump coming off the sideline?
Yeah.
Number 1, Will Henderson. That is just this group of guys. They enjoy this, playing with each other and loving on each other the whole time.
I don't care what happens this year. This is a good group.
It's
of boys.
favorite. It's hard not to be.
It's hard to say favorite because I've had a lot of favorites over the years, but I got to stop picking favorites. But this is a special team. It's a good group of young men. As Braden Pate puts that one through the uprights, folks. 55-20, 2:56 left to play in the third. We'll be right back. Texas Heritage National Bank would like to invite the Buckeye Nation to visit our new full-service bank in Gilmer.
We are conveniently located on Highway 271 and Redbud Street with a brand new facility ready to serve our friends and neighbors. We offer competitive rates on all of our deposit products, as well as some great options for business financing to help your business grow from 5 employees to 500 employees. Texas Heritage National Bank would also like to take this time to thank all of the teachers, administration, and school board for investing in the future of our kiddos. We would also like to wish all of the student athletes a wonderful and safe year. Come see us soon.
Back to the action here, folks, is the Buckeyes behind the second long 71-yard touchdown run by DeVray Smith. He breaks another one to stretch this to 55-20 Buckeyes. Pate on to kick again. And, folks, it looks like we will be playing probably Sunnyvale next week in Tyler Rose Stadium on Thursday night. So mark your calendars already as the Buckeyes get ready to put this one on ice. And great coverage by the kickoff team there to drop him for a little backwards loss down to the 32-yard line. Good coverage there by the Buckeye kickoff team.
All right, so again, that was a Thursday night game. That'll probably be 7 o'clock again.
7 o'clock, Tyler Rose Stadium.
Tyler Rose Stadium. We play well in Tyler Rose.
Absolutely. And Sunnyvale, who we've played in the playoffs multiple times, they were the district champion out of that district close to Dallas that has Caddo Mills in. We played their team a couple of years in the playoffs. So we go west now to play that team, and then we will come back to the east in the next game and probably play the Van Vandals.
Yeah, still got to win this one, though. Handoff up the middle, and look at there, immediately.
That is great.
Look at there, getting off of his block and getting in there. That was number 33.
That's Evans playing his outside linebacker position, and he's just sitting there waiting on 32 to bounce that to the outside. He makes a great open field tackle for a 3-yard loss. I got to tell you, Jeff, Dixon
That's
is
Davis.
Dixon is not very accustomed to having a 3-yard loss when he starts from that pistol formation 8 yards deep in the backfield.
Okay, they're looking to pass. They go to number 18. And again, he gets out of look at this, breaks 2 tackles, and they're saying he stepped out of bounds again. And, man, that is 2 potential touchdowns that we have averted by him stepping out of bounds.
Yeah, that number. Let me tell you something. The best defensive player we got is that white line goes
yeah,
all
I promise you.
across.
For number 18, as far as he's concerned, that's exactly right.
And that guy hadn't missed a tackle all night.
No. Look at how close we're playing him off the line, by the way, right there. And look who's we got Bird on him, and they've got his helmet off. Number 4, Cross lost his helmet in the skirmish, so he'll have to come off the field for a play.
Yeah, but it depends upon if that's a penalty against us for a face mask for jerking his helmet off. That's probably against us, and we will see what the call is there. That might give them a free 15 yards. Yeah, that's face mask against us.
Yeah, that's an automatic first down.
And he will get to stay in the game, which is unfortunate because we had him dead to rights, sacked in the backfield, and now we give him a 15-yard
when you're reaching in there
penalty.
grabbing for stuff, there's all of humanity all tangled up in there. You're just grabbing for whatever you can get. Sometimes you grab a face mask. It happens.
And if you've been chasing cross around for 3 quarters, you're going to grab a hold of whatever you can touch.
Yeah. Here's a snap. Handoff, 32, left side. Fighting his way forward for 3 yards. 2nd and 7.
And, Jeff, the most important thing right now after trading touchdowns is that's going to cost about, at the pace that they play, that's about 30 seconds off the clock right there. And that's what the Buckeyes will trade. 2 yards for 30 seconds all night long.
Here's a snap. Handoff, 32, bounces out left side. Down the sideline, gets the first down, finally forced out of bounds around the 17. By the way, Todd, want to say happy birthday to you. I know your birthday is tomorrow.
Appreciate that very much.
You'll be officially elderly tomorrow.
Well, no matter what, Jeff, I'll be right behind you. So
thank you, Todd.
We've only been doing this since Miss Peeler's class in 1977.
Thanks a lot, Todd. You can just stop talking now. It's my turn. All right, 32 handoff, and they just sling him back, and he loses the helmet. And another 15 yards. That's 2 in a row where they've lost helmets, and we're giving up 15 yards. That's 30 yards in this drive right here. If it turns into a touchdown, that's how they got it.
Yeah, and we're just saying basically, hey, we want to be aggressive, but just don't grab his face mask.
I do love how aggressive that front line's playing, though.
And
and they're getting booed by the Gilmer side. They didn't like that.
And I think it's almost rightfully so, because 32 runs so hard and he runs through the whistle. And our guys get sick of hearing that, so they start saying, okay, look, either blow the whistle and we'll stop tackling him, or we're going to keep tackling him.
Yeah, that's right.
And in that case, the referee doesn't blow the whistle, we put him on the ground, and then we get a flag.
Quarterback is forced out of bounds, loss a couple of yards on that one. He had nowhere to go. You realize there's not been any turnovers in this game?
Well, except for the 4th down conversion.
Yeah, but there's no turnover. Like
no
in
fumbles
the
or
fumble
interceptions. That's exactly. Very clean from both sides. But I got to tell you, these Buckeyes got to their goal over 50 points. We thought it was going to take that to beat these Center Rough Riders. We've held the Rough Riders to 21 points.
Handoff up the middle, 32, Dixon. And a big scrum in the middle of the field. Not much there. Buckeyes, man, swarming to that football.
Yeah, Jeff, let me tell you something.
I'm telling you.
I think we've had it with these guys in all of their. And honestly, you look at 32 with his hands on his knees, number 4 with his hands on his hips. I don't think those guys are looking forward to a 4th quarter here with 30 seconds left to go. Coach Meats, I think, is only going to run one more play, and then we're going to be in the 4th quarter. And tomorrow morning, they're going to be in basketball season.
Snap, fakes the handoff, dumps one for a touchdown. That was a great play.
Yeah, and to number 18.
That was a great play. You expected the handoff, looks up and dumps it on a little slant, and they're trying to fight their way back in.
Yeah, 18 finally gets his touchdown. He's scoring 3 a game. Now he's only got 1. But that was a good slant route. Caught Bird there, kind of looking into the backfield, and he just basically runs a good route. And once that guy as big as 6'5" gets in front of you, there's nothing that Bird can do except basically tackle him, and he's already run by him.
Now we blocked 2 tonight, 2 field goals. Nearly got the 2 points off the last one. Let's see if they blocked
another one.
No, it's a fake. And did he get it?
No
way. He did.
He
knocked the pylon down. He was able to kick the pylon, so they gave him the 2. And here's the reason we're not comfortable. 55-28. We're basically in the 4th quarter. But, my mind goes back to games like 2006 Canton, where they kicked 4 onside kicks and got all 4 of them, came back in the last seconds of the game.
Yeah, 4 touchdowns is doable in a quarter. We've seen the Buckeyes score 4 touchdowns in a quarter many a time.
This game is a long way from over, folks. 4th quarter, that's a long 12 minutes. I'm going to tell you now. The Buckeyes need to be focused on playing keep away when they get the ball back.
And playing 48 full minutes, knowing that we're going to have to beat this team all the way to the end whistle. And right now the Buckeyes need to play 1 quarter mistake-free football. We need to get number 14 back in the game and get him heading downhill and continue that momentum that he's had offensively, running the football, staying in between the white lines, running the clock, moving the chains, and having another Buckeye drive that lasts 6.5 minutes. How often do you see that? But that would be very nice.
All right, Buckeyes set to receive. Back deep, number 24, Ector. Number 3, Tate. They've been kicking it through the back of the end zone the last this entire second half. So we'll see what the plan is here. You notice they kind of line up everybody, from the second hash mark.
Yeah, they probably shouldn't kick it to Tarek Tate, whatever they're going to do here. They're lined up, to your point, Jeff, all to cover that deep side of the field.
All right, they're going to kick it deep. Tate's going to take it on the 4. Coming back across. And he's going to get out to about the 22 on the return.
Yeah, and I'm comfortable with Tarek doing whatever he wants to do back there. I told him yesterday in practice, hey, look, I'm just going to start calling you Sundays because you got Sundays written all over you. He is so talented, Jeff, and such a threat. And I got to tell you, I'm going to miss this junior class after they're gone. I hope it's after we get finished with the ring ceremony because they got another state title to chase in track as well.
All right, look at this tight set by the Buckeyes here. Handoff, jet sweep, right side, Webb. Not a lot of room to run, but he turns nothing into about 7 or 8 yards. Nice run there by Webb.
Yeah, I'm going to call that the Top Gun run. It's like I'll hit the brakes and they'll fly right by me, and he turns it straight upfield. And we have got into the 4th quarter now. Buckeyes are going to have the ball 2nd down and 4 from right at the 30-yard line, or 2nd and let's call it 2. 55-28, Buckeyes lead going into this fourth quarter. We still probably have another one or maybe even two to put on the board, Jeff, to get comfortable. But the Buckeyes are going to come away with this by-district championship for the 17th year in a row. We'll get through the first round of the playoffs. We'll be playing in November. And once again, folks, the way that this schedule sets up in this bracket, this tournament bracket, again, 5 out of the top 7 teams in 4A Division II are in Region 2. That are in ranking order is the number 1 Carthage Bulldogs, the number 3 Pleasant Grove Hawks. You've got the Gilmer Buckeyes, you've got the Van Vandals, and in the center, Rough Riders. And the Buckeyes are going to have to play 3 of those 4 teams. They will get the Van Vandals seemingly after next week, which will be the regional round, and then the next week will be the big showdown between either the number 1 Carthage Bulldogs or the number 3 Pleasant Grove Hawks, who have to play each other before they face off against Gilmer.
All right, Gilmer, probably going to keep a lot of stuff on the ground here and let the clock burn. They hand it off to Smith, and he gets tripped up after getting the first down. So he gets out to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, somebody tell DeVray just don't take it 70 again because it.
Yeah, just DeVray, take your time. Yeah. Take your time.
Let's go 4 yards at a time and then give the ball back to them with 4 minutes left.
Let's see how much time. Let's play that game. How much time can we eat in the fourth quarter? And Buckeyes again, tight set, 1 receiver left and right, and we're going to have an offsides penalty. Or excuse me, a illegal procedure penalty marking 5 off against the Buckeyes.
Yeah, that's Lucas Cano, who's been trying to handle that big nose guard all night long. And I think that was a snap that was planned to try to draw him offsides, and unfortunately Lucas forgot the snap count, and we are now at 1st and 15 instead of 1st and 10 from our own 30-yard line.
All right, Webb goes into motion. Handoff up the middle. DuVray, and he's good for about 3 or 4 yards on the carry.
I'll take that, as we will be able to eat about 30 seconds. And we have slowed down to, let's call it high second gear in terms of our pace. And Coach Metzel happy to just not signal the play in, make them stand there and watch the sideline for a little while.
Well, you got 22 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, you want to use it all.
Why wouldn't you, Let's slow the pace down of this football game. There's a snap, handoff once again. Smith bounces out to the right side, nothing there, and unfortunately he steps out of bounds. That's one of those things coaches are probably yelling down there, hey, fall down. Yeah. Don't go out of bounds. Don't stop the clock.
Well, still a good run. Good vision by DeVray, who steps outside and gets outside the tackle box. They're slanting everything inside and bringing linebackers once again selling out. Now it's 3rd down and 7, and the Buckeyes need to move the chains here.
There's the snap, and it's batted away by number 16 on the defense. Pass intended there for Tate. So that's 4th and 7, 4th and 6. So Buckeyes are going to punt.
So 2 bad things happen on that snap, Jeff. First of all, we throw the ball as an incomplete pass. Luckily, we didn't get intercepted and stops the clock, but now we're going to have to punt the ball as well. So 10-24, not how we wanted to start the fourth quarter, but let's see if Pate can get another one of those punts that gets down inside the 10-yard line. That seems like a heavy ass since he's standing on his 25. That's 75 yards away from where he's punting the ball.
Oh, he can get it down there. He's definitely got the leg for it. Nice snap. And he puts it. It's going to be fielded. Fair catch on the 27.
He hit the kicker.
And I didn't see that. Eric's saying that he hit the kicker.
Yeah, he hit the kicker, but we're not going to get any calls, folks. I'm just telling you. The Rod Hats are not going to give us any breaks at this point, up 55-28. They are not exactly going to do anything that is going to stop the flip-flopping and saying, look, y'all run the clock out, do however you want to do it. We got twin receivers out to the left and right. Look for the trick plays now to come out by Coach Meeks. Once again, doing everything that they can do to try to
handoff, 32, Dixon, and they're going to stop him. He got back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. That guy's got to be just gassed.
Totally gassed.
I mean,
totally.
gassed. He has been a workhorse tonight, and
all season. Really.
I mean, seriously, this guy, you got to hand it to him. He is a running back, buddy. You know, him and Cross both, and that is going to be drop at number 18. Great job there by Dodd getting there and making the hit as he's bobbling the football. Dodd lays the wood to him.
I'd almost rather him caught that ball and just gotten tackled where he was and keep the clock running. This clock stops now with 9:49 and a big third down play. And once again, do not underestimate Cross's legs on this play as he will try to scramble.
Now they're going to pass, a little inside pass. Make the tackle, guys. And they get it, about 7-yard gain. And so it's going to be 4th and probably
3.
4th and 2, it looks like, on the spot.
Yeah,
nice spot.
They'll go for it here.
Yeah, they're going to go for it for sure. Buckeyes hopefully will stuff them. And he gets the first down. He's going to move the chains.
Cross falls forward for it, keeps the clock running, but they do move the chains as we will snap the next snap under 9 minutes.
He's laid on the turf. Is that Cross down?
That is Cross, yep.
Okay, so Cross is injured. He is laying on the turf, hurt. They're going to come check him out. While they're doing that, we're going to check out some of our sponsors.
It's gonna be alright. How can you tell? I feel it in my heart. It's gonna be okay.
Juicy's Burgers, serving you for over 40 years.
At First National Bank, together we're better. We're a regional bank, big enough for all of East Texas, that cares and is invested in the people and communities we serve. With the strength and services to meet the needs of every customer, big or small. From business financing for big companies and small mom and pops to our family of personal banking customers. First National Bank of East Texas. Together, we're better. And we think that's kind of a big deal.
All right, we're back here in Hallsville, Texas. Buckeyes lead 55-28 with 9:11 left to play in the game. And Cross, the star quarterback for the Roughnecks, who have been just their heart and soul this year, left the game injured. Now they have snapped the ball here to number 32, the running back, and he's good for about 4 yards on that carry. And I don't know what their backup quarterback looks like as far as being able to throw the ball. And unbelievably, here comes Cross limping back into the game.
Yeah, they're seniors.
And so he's coming back in. This won't be a quarterback keeper. Look at that, flat-footed, throws a bomb down the field. I mean, couldn't even hardly set. He couldn't even get set because his ankle's hurting. Man, that guy's got an arm. I tell you, he just looks like a quarterback. He's got the height, the build, the arm, the legs.
athleticism.
He really does.
He needs a lot of polish.
If somebody really got in there and worked with that guy.
Yeah, he's got all the skills. The raw talent is all there.
He has got the physique for it for sure. Oh, they nailed him from behind. Fumble on the play.
And we got the ball. It
looked like we did.
Buckeye football.
Yes,
sir.
And see, they had no business putting that kid back in the game right then. He was not whole, and I'm sure he's over there telling the coaches, I'm good. But you could see that he wasn't.
Yeah, that was a busted play. 32 busted the play and then stopped. And the crashing linebacker came right in and basically hit him from the blind side, and he fumbled the ball, and the Buckeyes hustling jumped in and recovered it. And now we've got the ball 1st and 10 from the 32 with 8:17 left, and look for the big DeVray Smith here to try to just run this one. We're going to run straight ahead until either we run out of downs or we hit the end zone. One of the two.
Do not run out of bounds, guys. Stay in bounds. Handoff, fakes the handoff. Quarterback keeper. And he is drugged down by great defensive tackle there by number 23.
Yeah, he's their linebacker, and
he just drugged him down after a 2-yard gain.
Play. He's probably their MVP on defense. Still going 100 miles an hour, and he makes a great play there on Caden.
2nd and 8 for the Buckeyes, but the clock's still ticking. There's the snap. Handoff up the middle, Smith. Breaking tackles, makes the first down, keeps the clock running.
DeVray thinking he's in the NFL, and I'm okay if he's running like that. 1st and 10 into the red zone for the Buckeyes with 7:34 left to play in this ball game. Buckeyes got it well in hand, but they are really going to have to keep focused, keep control of the ball, and run the football here.
All right, here comes the snap as Webb goes in motion. Fakes the handoff, wants to pass. Does pass, touchdown Tate. And what an athletic play by Tennyson and Tate.
Both, and it's a great catch by Sundays there, Mr. Tarek Tate, and for Caden just to keep his eyes down the field. That was just a football play right there. Touchdown Buckeyes as we go over 60 points now. 61-28 is our score at the moment with Pate on for the extra point. Still a half a quarter left to play, but Jeff, I think this is when it's all over but the crying, and what a great night for the Buckeyes, I got to tell you. Still 7 minutes left, but boy, I could not be more pleased in what we've seen.
All right, here comes the snap, and the kick is good by Pate. 61-28 with 7:05 left to play. Gilmer Buckeyes in command of this game tonight. And we'll take a small break from our sponsors, come back with the conclusion of this game.
Please join Jeff Rash and Alan Metzel each Monday morning for the Gilmer Buckeyes Coaches Show. Every week, Jeff and Alan discuss elements of the program, speak with special guests, give player updates, review key plays from the prior week, and give insights on the opponent for the current week. As a fan, this is your chance to go into the locker room and behind the scenes. To view the Coaches Show, go to GilmerBuckeyes.com and click on the Coaches Show button. Go Buckeyes!
Here we are back in Hallsville, Texas, where the Gilmer Buckeyes lead 62-28 with 7:05 left to play in the fourth quarter, and the Buckeyes have played just as well as I've seen them play all year.
I got to tell you, Jeff, this is against not just a quality opponent. This may be as athletic a team as we see for the rest of the playoffs, depending upon if it's Carthage or Pleasant Grove that we run into. But there's not going to be anybody much better than this, and the Buckeyes have really handled themselves well.
All right, fielded, nice return, and this is dangerous. He's going to take it all the way back. Look at this. All the way back, kick return, all the way back to the house.
That is number 2.
Buckeyes have a ton of subs on the kickoff team down there.
Yeah, that's Timothy Johnson, and we just broke our lane contain there to make this 62-34. Not exactly what Coach Metzel wanted to see on a kickoff, but we just did not get all the bases covered, to say the least there, as once he got downhill and made Pate, the kicker, miss, who really was kind of back on his heels, then that was just kind of all over but the crying. But as you say, Jeff, there's a lot of backups in there that are covering that kick. I don't think they've made an extra point all night, and once again, they blow it. And the Buckeyes recover that, and they do not get the extra point. So
I think they only have like one extra point
in 5 touchdowns. Yeah,
they have a missed field goal and 4
missed extra points.
Yeah.
So 62-34 as the Buckeyes okay with 6:53 to basically take possession of this ball and try to cleanly run the clock out, or at least as much as they can. We still have 3 timeouts for the visitor left, but I'm not sure that it really makes a difference right now. Once again, a lot of respect between these two coaching staffs. Coach Meeks is coached with half our coaching staff at different schools. He's coached with Coach Lipsy. He's coached with Coach Metzel in terms of when he was a player. Of course, Coach Meeks played at Northwest Louisiana. His dad was a state championship coach in Louisiana and is from Louisiana. His family's from down there. And then he transferred to SMU and played quarterback before he came back to coach for his dad. So maybe an onside kick here, I think, is what we're lining up for. Is pretty obvious that they're gonna try to get an onside kick and try to mount a comeback here.
All right, waiting for the kickoff here. And it takes a good bounce, and looks like Buckeyes fall on it, and we're going to get the ball in good field position here. And that was a good onside kick, though.
Yeah, it was.
That's the kind you want right there.
And Hackett fielded it very cleanly and does a great job, and Webb is out there as well. Does exactly what we're supposed to do at shortstop. In the that kick was a little bit too hard. It was coming straight at him. It didn't have much bounce, but we will take possession, 1st and 10, literally at the 48-yard line, which almost midfield. So we've got Octavia in at running back position, and I think they're going to call it a legal touch and move that up 5 yards to the 47-yard line of the Center Rough Riders. And we, I think, have a new quarterback in as well. I think that's Jordan Escalante. No, that's Edmonds, number 10.
They hand off to Hector, and he is sandwiched immediately.
Yeah, that is going to be a 3-yard loss because they're just laying their ears back and just coming straight ahead. They know we want to run the ball, and they're just slanting right to it with 8 guys. So we just got to see how much clock that we can run, and if we want to put it in the air, because they're daring us to. I mean, you got number 3 out there who's locked up man-to-man against Cross, who's the quarterback following him everywhere around the field.
Got Cross, who is, injured. He's compromised. Look at this. Hector dragging, getting his way, making a little forward, gained some of what he lost, +2.
I love it.
But more importantly, running that clock. You got an injured Cross out here covering Tate.
Yeah, Cross followed him to the sideline.
Yeah, they're over here talking to each other. I don't know if that's friendly or not.
He said, "Look, you can start basketball in the morning, and
I'm done." I think he's being friendly.
Yeah, no,
Charles
lots of respect between those players as well.
Here's the snap. Handoff. Hector bounces back to the left side. Hector looking to run, runs out of bounds.
Hey, how about a late hit there?
Yeah, not going to get that call.
Yeah, and this may be 4-down territory for the Buckeyes. Smith goes back into the game along with Big Murph, who is the starting left tackle. And we're going to try to pick up this 4th down and 3 from the 40-yard line, keep the clock running. We get some subs back in, and we're going to try to get this one downhill. But don't think that we're not going to have to do it into the teeth of that defense, because they're coming. They're going to bring 8 guys. They're playing 3 guys over the top, all man-to-man, and we're going to have crashing linebackers and all. They're going to bring the house right here. We're going to see how tough DeVray Smith is.
4th and 3. Handoff. Smith gets the 1st down plus some.
Yeah, the answer is pretty dang tough.
Yeah. Well, let's give the offensive line some credit. He never got touched.
Yeah. Blew that big hole open, and DeVray went through it literally with like a dragster. He went from 0 to 60 in right this second. And now we will have the timeout starting being used by the Center Rough Riders. So, Jeff, let's take a quick timeout, recognize some of our great sponsors. We'll be right back after this message.
Two-time Hall of Fame inductees, Brent Godarzy and Marty Young. Back-to-back #1 trucking firm in the nation. Back-to-back best attorney and best law firm in East Texas.
It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
I like it. What else do you have?
Here's one. It's fully loaded, great gas mileage, 30,000-mile warranty.
Looks like the same car.
Exactly the same. But this one's $120 less per month.
What's the catch?
No catch if you use Credit Union of Texas. Let me show you.
With the Credit Union of Texas Flex Auto Loan, you get the car of your dreams. Lower payments, no hassle. Get started now at cutx.org.
All right, we're back and about to pick it up. It's 1st and 10 for the Buckeyes. Ball's on the 26. Handoff up the middle. I can't tell who the ball carrier is, but boy, he is moving down the football field.
Yeah, that's DeVray.
And that is down on the 5. I don't know if it was DeVray. That was 27 on the carry.
Okay, Jeff. This is our number 3. That's Day-Day. That's Adrian Jimerson. That's Day-Day. And, of course, yeah, he is also a very, very talented runner. And I should have known that one.
(62-34) with 4:34. The Buckeyes will advance to the second round and probably be playing Sunnyvale. Is that what we said? Next
Sunnyvale Thursday night
at 7 o'clock in
Tyler
Rose. And we've won a lot of good football games over the years in Tyler Rose Stadium. One of my favorite places to be. There's a snap. Handoff. Day-Day up the middle. Touchdown Buckeyes.
So Day-Day takes it into the end zone, and he is probably the most talented third-string running back that you're going to find anywhere. And he runs tough, and we are now out to 68 points. You know, we said, Jeff, it might take 70 tonight, and we're close to that. Extra point left to come is going to get us to 69-34, as we will basically double their score with 4:10 left to play. And I think Coach Metzel is just going to want to make sure that we don't get another touchdown run back on the next kickoff.
All right. Here's the extra point attempt, and I believe he's been perfect tonight, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
They have been nailing it. I tell you what, him and Will Gross are a good combination down there with that hold and kick. So great job there by the Buckeyes. We'll take another commercial break and come back with 4:10 left to play in the fourth.
Crowley Funeral Home has been serving families in Gilmer since 1883. Funeral director and Gilmer High School graduate Troy Murray leads the professional staff at Crowley Funeral Home and is committed to providing dignified, respectful, and compassionate assistance to every family in their time of need. Crowley Funeral Home feels strongly about maintaining high standards of excellent service while still keeping prices affordable. At Crowley Funeral Home, we treat your family as our own.
All right, we're back here in Hallsville. Need to correct that last extra point kick was actually number 34, Jerry McDean. So good job, Jerry Mac.
Hey,
kept that 100%.
Exactly. Kept it going as these Buckeyes can sniff this one, and very happily so. Once again, really rallying around their brother number 13, Jeremiah Noble, who will be back again very soon, and none too soon, as the Buckeye defense really missed him. Offensively, he is also a huge contributor, as we have seen, and we know he has had a rough week between last Friday and this Friday. Once again, thoughts and prayers out to his family, and tackled that guy.
Taking it to 7, and look at this, coming back down the field again, getting past the 40. Nice return there.
Yeah, they are still playing hard, and 4 minutes exactly left. 69-34. We have doubled plus 1 point the output, and we have got 107 points on the board, folks. That is just, I mean, that is two offensive juggernauts that are really just lighting it up.
Todd, I know you left at Gilmer and went to Harmony, but I know they teach math in Harmony, and that play is going nowhere.
Oh, excuse me, 103 points. Sorry.
You were counting all the ones we missed.
No,
earlier.
I thought I looked up there and said it saw 37.
Well, it took me a minute. I had to go, okay, 9-4, carry the one. You know, it took me a minute, but
I chalked that one up to just old age. I can't see.
Yeah, you're turning old tomorrow. That's the problem.
I'm to that point where I'm officially nearsighted. You know how blind I am anyway. I've gone to the multifocal contacts, but I'm maxed out. The nearsightedness, I think my prescription is like minus 11.5, and they only make it up to minus 9. At some point, my contacts just say blind, give up.
3rd and 14, number 32 on the big run. Look at this, spinning out of tackles. Look at this guy carrying the ball down the field and just won't go down. And he earned a touchdown. He's not going to get it, but boy, he earned one right there. What a run.
Yeah, he's done it all year long as he's been over there on the sideline and is going to take some frustrations out on whoever's in front of him in a black jersey. Lots of backups in for the Buckeyes, but again, you're going to have to tackle him. They're not going to take their foot off the accelerator. They'll try to score again, and they feed him. They just keep feeding him the ball.
Now Buckeyes drag him down that time at the line of scrimmage, 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you know that he and number 4 are some tired puppies right now, Jeff.
Man, if anybody in this stadium deserves to go home and put their feet up, it's those two
yeah,
guys.
Boy. 2 really great seniors.
And Will Henderson, too. He ran a lot of miles tonight.
Yeah.
They're going for the end zone, and that's a touchdown.
Yeah, it's 21 there. Barber just didn't get his head around quickly enough. And they score another touchdown to get to 40 points. So once again, we're back to a 4-score game. But all it takes is 1 point. They're going to go for 2 here.
Going for 2. Quarterback goes under center. Pitch out to the left side. They're going to get there 2.
So the 2-point conversion is good. 69-42 with 2:29 left to play in this game. Probably another onside kick coming. Coach Meeks trying to put his imprint on these center Rough Riders, and he knows this is the most talented team that he's ever had there in center. And really, this was his shot. I think he's really walked a tightrope this week, Jeff, because he knows how good these Buckeyes are and how absolutely explosive that they can be. I think a lot of people in center were kind of looking and saying, oh, this might be a down year for Gilmer because they wound up 2nd place in the district. And center obviously finishing in 3rd place in the district after losses to both Van and Carthage. And really thinking, hey, we've been in the toughest district in the state. We can advance. I think everybody except Coach Meeks over there really were thinking tonight was their night. I think it didn't take but a quarter to find out, oh my gosh, Gilmer's still Gilmer. And at this point, the Buckeyes have come out and really played well and proven it. Obviously, 2:29 to play in the game here now. We'll have another onside kick, but there's really just no time, no matter how much of a second win kind of the center Rough Riders coach. But again, Coach Meeks just trying to leave the imprint and say, look, we're going to play to the last snap. Don't give up, and you got to respect that.
Here comes the onside kick, and it is fielded easily by number 7, Webb.
Yeah, did his best Marcus Simeon impersonation over there and scooped that one up, takes a knee, and the Buckeyes will come back on the field. And that is Edmonds in at quarterback now for this last 2:29. It says that the visiting team has 3 timeouts. That is not true. They've at least spent one of those timeouts. But I think they've charged that to the Buckeyes. Ector comes back in at the running back position, as obviously the Buckeyes are going to go in and play next week and do not want any injuries here in the last 2.5 minutes.
Handoff up the middle. Ector, he's hit instantly and thrown to the turf after about a 3-yard gain. By the way, Todd, thanks for covering last week for both those. I listened to you all the way.
I'm sorry.
I listened to you all the way home from Dallas. My plane was late. I was going to join you at halftime, and then they started running the clock, and I'm like, I'm not even going to bother parking.
What's the point?
Yeah, and by the way, that was a boring game. I don't know how in the world you stayed awake. I heard your dad fell asleep.
He literally fell asleep.
Fell asleep like 3 times in the press box during the game.
He literally said that this is just one that I just can't stay awake for. He had a hard day all day, but I appreciated him joining us. And he's listening to us tonight. Maybe still. He may be conked out already, but here's Ector on the carry, and he is pushing for a first down. We will get a new set of downs out of this.
They got the first down there, and that's going to help the Buckeyes keep the ball and put a nail in the coffin of this game tonight.
Victory formation for the Buckeyes being signaled in, and that will do it. Coach Meeks probably not going to burn any more timeouts, and what a hard-fought win by these Buckeyes. Jeff, I got to tell you, impressive win.
Yeah.
Really impressive win. This was as advertised. Folks.
Well-coached game.
Yeah.
The boys played hard. I'm so proud of them.
I don't want anybody thinking really, Jeff, that we overhyped how good and athletic that these center Rough Riders are, because they are. I mean, this was a third round type of a game in terms of the effort that it's taken to do this with 68 or 69 points on the board, as we will take a knee.
And let's congratulate the Rough Riders on a hard-fought game tonight and a great season.
Think about this. Records are broken all over the place. But think about the legacy that these seniors leave. And it doesn't look like it on paper, but this is an important step for a program to really turn the corner as Coach Meeks is trying to get things done. Earlier exit than they would have anticipated, but they were in the toughest district in the state, and quite frankly, they probably drew the toughest second-place team in the state in trying to face off with these Buckeyes.
Well, they do.
tonight.
And you think about the Buckeyes season also as they get lined up here and the game being over now with 11 seconds left. Buckeyes are going to win this one 69-42. Think about this, Todd. Reflect on the Buckeye season. You know, people have questioned all year, have they got it this year? Is this an off year? We were legitimately beat by a good Chapel Hill team. Had we played them in the third game of the season, it might have been a different story. I'm not saying it would have, but it might have been.
Yeah.
The Kilgore game, if we'd have had Tate in the game, we win by 2 touchdowns.
I think we won the game
If we would have got the fumble that I'm still convinced that we were robbed from and didn't allow them to kick, come back in the last 8 seconds to win, against Kilgore, we win that game against a great Kilgore team, one of the best I've seen yet. And then we legitimately got our butts handed to us first round of district by Pleasant Grove, no question. So, we got beat. Our record says 3 times. It should have been twice, legitimately. And honestly, one of them I think we could take if we played them today.
Yeah.
Now, Pleasant Grove, I'm not going to say anything other than, wow, what a good football team.
And let's see here in about 3 weeks who's standing, because they got to go.
I'll tell you what,
they got to go through the Carthage.
I want to go
Bulldogs.
watch that game.
And
that's going to be one of the best football games this year. This might be the game of the state.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting.
That would be a good state championship game.
And
Pleasant Grove and Carthage, are you kidding me? That would be an awesome game.
And so will the next week for whoever faces off against the Buckeyes. But once again, we want to point everybody to Mr. Denny Pilcher's Facebook page. If you're still listening out there, go order your shirts. All the proceeds are going to a great cause. Once again, our thoughts and prayers out there with Mr. G's family. We are happy that he is back with his brothers and back with his Buckeye Army family tonight, so that we can put our arms around him and just kind of remind him of who he is as a big part of us and us a big part of him. And that's the special part about being a member of this Buckeye Army, is that we've got the ability with our community to wrap our arms around these young men and each other and really comfort each other in times of need. But for right now, the Buckeyes going home victorious 69-42 over the Rough Riders, win in advance. Once again, next Thursday night at 7 o'clock, Tyler Rose Stadium against Sunnyvale. Buckeyes still playing, maintaining the tradition. This would be the 17th year the Buckeyes are playing at Thanksgiving, Jeff, and that's saying something. So for myself and the voice of the Buckeyes, Jeff Rash, we say goodnight. Buckeyes win. See you Thursday from Tyler Rose.